I'll tell you something right now, Brendan.
Brian?
You're probably looking at my skin saying, this guy doesn't age. This guy doesn't age. Jason, you're probably looking at me going, why is his skin so sheeny?
Every day.
You look great for 50. I mean, because
Don't say that. I'm 48.
All day,
so.
every day I say that, Brian.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is, dude? Do you think it's the krill oil I ingest or maybe the high-quality protein I take in the body after I punish it with an on-it workout?
You're not seeing like a new doctor or anything like that?
I'm glad you asked, dude. Nah, I just go to On It Academy and I got new ways to work my core with the kettlebells, etc. Yeah. Use my chimp bell, use the other bell.
But what if I want some like good protein?
My first question was, do you want whey protein or do you want plant protein? Huh? How would you like some Hemp Force Active plant-based protein with 16 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber? And it comes with cocoa and maca. You want some of that?
Yeah.
Huh? Take a scoop.
Maybe read it slower and I'll want some of it.
Nope, I won't read it slower, even though it's got a very regular guy who looks like a younger Jason
Average
Collings
Joe,
on there. Yeah.
Hemp Force protein.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
who's this guy?
he's just a dude.
He's just a dude who loves Hemp Force protein.
Yep,
He's
that's
just
right.
a guy.
He's not the spokesman for this thing because
Nope. They were going to go with me and Brian. They're like, you know what? Let's go with Average Joe.
he's got chubby cheeks. This guy.
Yeah, well, this thing, if you get this stuff, it comes from organic hemp, organic brown rice. It's got maca and pea protein.
Yeah, either way, it's loaded with good stuff,
It's
though.
very, very absorbable. You are what you absorb, not what you eat, Jason. Onnit.com/fighter for 10% off. We're not playing
10%
around.
off. Fighter Kid Army.
If you want to look like me,
Oh,
terrible.
You just sold me.
Like if you want to look like me, a
It's like
regular
our sales
medium
went
white
down
guy.
30%.
Honest stock plunges when Bryan Collins says, if you want to look like me, I'm 48, skinny as shit, skin and bones.
Onnit.com/fighter, 10% off next month on it. And the Fighter Kid collab shirts drop, people.
Ooh.
We'll have more info for you. Onnit.com/fighter.
No wonder we're rich as shit, Jason. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not rich as shit, man.
Bro, you are a silver fox, huh?
Thank you very much.
All
Thank
right.
you. I paid a lot of money for this work.
Did you?
Yeah, it's like the trend now. You see these young girls are dying.
I was going to do it, man.
No way.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to dye my hair,
wants-
but I'm waiting till after my brother's wedding to do it.
You're going to do the gray thing?
Probably. Little
good
Anderson Cooper. We'll see.
I don't call
Yours
it gray.
looks nice.
It's silver.
I like the way
silver.
it looks.
Yeah.
I actually love
Platinum.
silver hair.
I call it platinum.
Platinum's nice.
It's platinum.
What's it called, Kay, in the girls? Platinum?
It's like silver or gray, but the girls do like
Mint
more
silver?
purple.
What's mine? What do you call this?
That's
Anderson
a
Cooper.
silver
Besides beautiful.
fox.
Silver fox.
Yeah.
Is that no? That's not, Anderson
a lot
Cooper's
of
Silver Fox.
Or maybe like salt and pepper.
Yeah,
Fox-
there's a little
Fox
bit of
stuff.
pepper.
Say fox.
Fox. Say fox after it. It's
Salt and pepper fox.
fox.
All right, I'll take that.
All right, bro. Don't.
I'm ruggedly good looking.
Okay, well, don't start
Like
advertising.
this, and
No.
it's so natural. It doesn't. I mean,
You woke up like
I
that?
woke up like
No,
this.
I don't
My
think so.
hair doesn't even grow in here.
It's just lined
It
up?
just here, and then it stops. It's amazing.
No, I don't think so,
Good
dude.
genes.
It
Good
looks like
genes.
you're very, very well manicured, and you take a
I'm-
razor to that face and that head.
I do take good care of myself.
Yeah, you got those glasses.
I have to.
You don't even need glasses. You just wear them, huh?
I wear bifocals, man, and they're all four are a different prescription.
Didn't want to go with contacts in 2015,
No,
huh?
no.
Or LASIK.
I can't. I have what do they call that? Stigmatism.
Oh,
And you can't put. And also one of
I have
this,
stigmata.
This side does its work from outside because it pulls the eyeball straight. I have a lazy eye. And this keeps that from happening.
Were you teased?
No, look.
That's. I think you're doing
so
that.
when
with
you
your
were
eye.
so when you're a kid, you've always had glasses.
I had surgery on my eyes when I
Oh,
was
wow.
like a year old,
Oh damn!
and because literally had no control of the eyes. The muscles were too long.
You're like
that
you
hold
came
it in
out
place.
looking like a chameleon.
I
Eyes
came
all
out
over the
looking
place.
crazy,
like
yeah.
a fish, like one of those
Like my
goldfish.
baby pictures, that everything before 2 years old, it's absolutely.
Your mom's
hilarious.
like over here,
Yeah.
over here.
yeah.
It's a beast, man. How do you guys know each other?
The comedy world.
He is a fan of my stand-up comedy. And
No.
he-
Makes
and-
sense.
Yeah, and he saw me work one night, and he's like, "This guy."
No. Okay, I am
took
a
him under
fan.
your wing?
Took him
I
under
am
my
a
wing.
fan of your stand-up comedy, you son of a bitch. But don't say that. That's how we know
And
each.
I showed him. I kind of showed him the ropes.
No, that's not
Around
true.
the LA comedy scene.
I'm older,
I got him in, and
Yeah.
it was
No, Jason is Jason Collings.
with a G.
Introduce them to the fans out there. That aren't
Jason
familiar.
Collings is the guy who, when he goes on stage, he crushes rooms, and nobody knows him yet. It's kind of like I talked to
Not
Brendan.
Nobody knows.
Well,
me.
you
a lot
know,
of people know.
Yeah, but
not as many as you.
hey, Jason, oh, and he's just like that's
the
what I
Wild
mean.
West.
Yeah, nobody knows him, but no, but the bottom line is he's very, very funny, and it's like I said to Brendan, I said, the way Joe Rogan highlights comedians that people don't know about, like Ian Edwards and Joey Diaz before back in the day, Ari Shaffir, he does that with me. The guys that he likes that maybe people don't know, I said to Brendan, I said, this is a guy people need to know because he's hilarious. Because he can get up on stage and do an hour and destroy a room, and people don't know that, and it drives me crazy.
And I said, okay, Bryan, if he's not good, I'm gonna beat both of you up.
That's right.
That's so terrifying.
You got this though, man.
Yeah, it is kind of terrifying.
I'm just kidding. Never.
Brendan, if you don't know him, he looks terrifying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't
But
be
then he
further from the
smiles,
truth.
and you're like, he's just.
Well, I have to explain that to him. Like I literally say to him sometimes because
We're having some issues. Well, not issues.
Yeah. By the way, I know people gotta think that Brendan and I have an adversarial relationship, and
Not
it's
at
just
all.
not true. He's like my brother.
Yeah, not at all.
But what I always say to Brendan is Brendan has high standards, and Brendan he works so hard to get anything. Like this podcast is very successful because he, a lot of it, he just puts his heart and soul into it. And so a lot of times he can get, like all human beings, a little irritable. And what I have to say to Brendan is I go, dude, let me explain something to you. You need to know this. You're a giant. And you.
How tall are you?
I don't think I'm that
6'4".
big. 6'4".
And also, and by the way,
6'3.5".
yeah, and also, by the way, you're a highly skilled fighter, which means when you walk into a room, you can kill everybody in the room with your bare hands. Like it or not, that establishes a thing. There's an alpha silverback thing that happens. If in any way you are tad aggressive with someone, or even if you are irritable with someone,
It's terrifying.
it's terrifying. It compounds. It's like
People had asked me that because they knew I studied martial arts a long time ago. Like, what is it like knowing you can kick everybody's ass? And I'm like, I don't know that, but you,
yeah.
you could be like, it's fucking awesome.
It's a bummer, man. Well, except for a few guys, but
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
Oh man.
it's a bummer, man.
Well,
Why is that?
I've
Because people
seen
challenge you or what?
Never. No
I was
one's
gonna
ever
say, like,
challenged.
what's so
it's a
bummer?
bummer as far as the world I'm in now because, yeah, if I do have an opinion, I'm aggressive. In 2015, you think people think that?
Doesn't matter. It's caveman
Oh, you're
politics.
saying that if you get a little opinionated or aggressive about something, people are like, whoa, don't
Yeah,
go
man.
kick anybody's
Yeah.
ass in
It's
the
like,
room.
what?
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
I always
that's-
say to him,
that's
you,
ignorant.
like it or not, you can never be that way. I'm sorry. And it's really hard for a fucking dude who's a human being who sometimes has a bad, or sometimes just whatever. You might be tired, or you might be frustrated with somebody. When you're that big, you just have to be super fucking careful, and you get no benefit from being aggressive because you've already won.
No
the
matter
game.
how nice you are, people are gonna go, "Oh, this guy, man." He's
For sure.
Well, they put things on you. The minute you see him, you go, "That's a giant dude with closed up ears." Oh, that guy fights for a living.
Does that affect your hearing? I've always wondered that.
What?
Does that affect your hearing?
No, not at all. I actually hear better. It's like a seashell. Just kidding. No, I don't
Can
know.
you hear the ocean?
I don't
all
know.
the time.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's weird. Like yesterday, I did a post of the sedity. You call it a cup of tea. I call it a sedity from Intelligentsia.
Oh, yeah.
I did the tea in that new book I'm reading. I'm like, whatever, 100 pages deep in the
Steve Jobs.
The
biography.
biography. And dude, I got cyberbullied. People are cyberbullying me on Instagram.
What do you mean?
The comments were like, "Oh, look at this meathead. You know damn well you're not reading that. Enjoy, stupid." It's like,
No.
Whoa. I text my brother. I go, "Hey, I think I'm getting cyberbullied."
Yeah.
He goes, "Why?" I go, "I don't know. I guess people don't think I can read it." Hey,
That's
is
hilarious.
is everyone aware that I have a college degree? I'm a double major. I've read some books in my day. I'm not Bryan Callen. I'm not gonna start a book club. Hey man, it's okay if I read.
Bro.
You should have seen the comments.
When you
I got
have,
it.
when you
Maybe
look-
get back in the gym, you dumbass. Hey man,
And all your posts said was, "Hey, just reading this book and having a tea."
I said little T, little Steve Jobs, T book, simple post.
and people shit on
how
me.
dare you try to read, you fucking dummy?
And what's amazing
Block,
is that
erase, block, erase.
if you're sitting at Coffee Bean reading, nobody would ever walk up to you.
Oh, they're not
and
gonna say
fucking
anything.
Say that ever.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Sir, is the book enjoyable? Are you having a good read, sir?
I did sit next, it's Intelligentsia. There's everyone's sitting down, whatever. There's hipsters everywhere, and there's just this dime piece girl. I wasn't trying to hit on her, but The seat was open next to her. She's attractive. I'm going to sit down next to her. I'm not a scumbag. I'm just a guy who wants to sit next to her. Like a
like
pretty
some-
sculpture.
You're not wearing
that's
pants,
something-
but
I feel like
whatever.
that's something scumbags
Oops, is
say.
that
I'm
my
not a
is that my
scumbag.
dick?
That's the first thing a
catching air?
scumbag's going to say.
Yeah, exactly.
So I sit down next to her. This guy goes, hey, come on, man. Come on. I go, huh? He goes, it's my wife.
Oops.
Oh, fuck. I got up and moved. I wasn't doing anything. I was just super. It was tight quarters. You could see he's like, I must took
Man.
his seat or something because he's like, come on.
on,
You
it's my wife.
Yeah, he's like, come on, man. It's like, sorry, bro.
God
sorry,
damn
man.
it. Oh, God.
A long day yesterday. Then I got pulled
Man.
over by the
Oh,
cops.
yeah, and you got
Took
pulled
a
over.
selfie, though, with the cop.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was at 1st. Mm-hmm. Did you get off?
I did.
You got off.
I did.
What were you doing?
Speeding. I was coming out of Jefferson onto Lincoln late at night, like picking up fucking coconut water at Whole Foods. And
mean-
there was no traffic.
By the way, that is that a first world problem? It's picking up coconut water from Whole Foods.
Dude, and in my Porsche, and I go,
big deal.
I
In
go
my
to get on
Porsche.
Lincoln, and
Just
it's
being healthy.
There's no one there. It's empty. It's being healthy, doing the damn thing, and I floor it. Open up, take
Open
off.
it up. Open her up.
What
Take
kind of
off.
car is it?
You've earned
It's
it.
a Porsche.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got it. It's bad for them to
I'm
drive
American,
slow.
cold-blooded American.
So you drive me German?
warm-blooded.
Yeah, or
I say
red
cold-blooded.
red-blooded American.
I say cold-blooded.
Yeah.
But cold-blooded American. I take off, and then cop pulls me. I mean, directly behind me. He gets out and he, what are you doing? So I take, and then I'm just. I think people they have like this weird relationship with cops. But if you just talk to them like a normal person,
Oh, I talk
it's
about it
all
on stage.
good. I was
Every-
just like, he was like, "What's going on?" And then he goes, "You been drinking?" I go, "No." He goes, "When's this time you had a drink?" I go, "Well, I don't drink, so I don't know." He goes, "I know, but when would be the last time you had a drink?" I went, "Shit, months, man. I don't really drink. I couldn't tell you." And then he gives me the eye thing. I went, "Oh, you're serious? You think I've been drinking?" I go, "Bro, I got coconut water. I'm coming from Whole Foods." And he goes, "Then what are you doing?" I went, "Well, dude, there's no one there. Like, dude, there's no traffic. I just opened up. It's a fast car. It's fun to do. I was just doing that." And then he got my license registration. He came back and was like, "You're good, man." He was cool.
That's cool.
How fast were you going?
Probably like 75,
Yeesh.
80.
What you do a thing on stage about cops?
People, when you talk to somebody a lot of people, when you talk to somebody that you think is a position of authority, you kind of talk like a little bitch a little bit. "Excuse me, officer, can you help me out for?" And like when
I
you
say,
get pulled
"Sir."
over, you know how fast you're going or whatever, and you're like,
Yeah.
"No, I don't. What, me?" Like all of a sudden you're the most, and they hate that. I know a lot of cops. If you just like, "Yeah, I know why you pulled me over. I was going 75 in a Porsche."
I just that's what I said to him. I was just like, "Man, I'm opened up, man. You've never been. It's open here, Florida. There's no one here." And he's like, "Nah, I get it."
The way I look at it is cops deal with that negative energy all the time. And a lot of times they're just dudes. You can see it. They're like guys.
I'm
and
a target in my 09 Camry, dude. I can't shake the cops. You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
That makes
Driving
sense.
in
Those
my-
things are hot, man.
Oh man, 4 doors, and I wanted to stand out, so I got a silver one.
Dude,
and,
they're one of the most. They're one of the most stolen cars, though.
yeah,
It's one of the most stolen cars.
the parts are stolen.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
You drive a Camry?
Toyota Camry, dude.
Yeah.
They're fucking sick, dude. Cloth
You
interior.
and Callan should race.
Cloth interior.
Cloth interior, dude. It's got a CD player. It's sick, dude.
It's sick, man.
On the key thing, if you push a button, trunk opens right up. It's unbelievable.
It's fancy as hell.
Yeah. You know how many times I've gone to the wrong car, leaving
I
Walmart?
bet there's a lot of them.
Why isn't my Toyota opening?
leaving Walmart.
Because it's a Camry.
I used to have a Camry and I had a silver one.
They're
No.
the best.
My mom had one. Well, everyone's had a Camry. That's how many fucking Camrys in the world, guys.
Good cars.
We've all had one.
Good cars.
Camrys and Accords.
Kay, do you
Most
drive a Accord or
mass-produced.
Camry? Well,
Yep.
for
Camry.
sure you
Accord.
do. Yeah, I know it.
Camrys and Accords. They're the
Are you a
best.
car guy, Jason?
No, used to be.
Me
I
neither.
still have an old car that I'm working on, but
What kind of car?
36 Buick.
36.
1936
Damn, old
with the
school, my man.
suicide
Does it have a
doors.
crank
I've
in
had
the
a-
front?
No, it's a 36. Doesn't have a crank.
I don't know anything.
I had a
know
63
Fred
Impala for
Flintstone.
a while that I
Ooh, that's fun.
was in love with. That's my next repurchase. I want to get one of those.
Yeah.
Got rid of it when my youngest was born.
By the way, you do something because you've got a 21-year-old and a 26-year-old, and you say you haven't lived until you've looked your son in the face and said "fuck you."
Yeah. Fuck you.
You've said that to your son. I love hearing this because I have a kid
I've
and I want to
called
know
my
what to
son an
expect.
asshole. You're being a fucking asshole today, you know. I mean,
It's so
3-year-olds are
refreshing.
assholes all the time.
all the time.
But
They get the pass, though, right?
21-year-olds are assholes, like just because you're.
They're in college?
The oldest is out. He's running a business in Arkansas. My son moved
Beautiful.
to Arkansas to open vape shops.
All the way to
Whoa.
Arkansas.
They researched where there's nothing, where that isn't, and they found in Arkansas, they fucking cornered the market. They were gonna open one out here, but there's one in every corner. out here.
They're everywhere.
So they're making some money.
6 months into living here, he's moving into a gated community. He's running the whole online distribution.
Good for
thing.
him.
Yeah,
Would you, when you look at your kids, do you ever think that you raised them? You obviously raised them right, but are there things you would have done differently?
I mean, as a parent, you always question if did I fuck this up? Did I fuck this up? You know, and I had kids so young.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I mean, I was just a kid myself. Like I was a teenager, you know. And
oh wow.
And you know, you can't learn how to do it unless you're doing it. And you fuck up. And like as a young dad, I thought I'm gonna give him his space. He's cool. My son was like close to a 4.0 student all the time. Never a problem. And then we ran into some problems when he was 17. He got arrested, and there's some, you know, but it was because I gave him that space.
Too much space.
You got to be in their face.
You do, right? Because boys can be fucking dummies.
Same mom?
Idiots.
You and the mom together?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep, same mom. And once he got through that trouble shit, he's fine. My youngest it's never been a problem. He's still at home.
Do they want to follow in your footsteps?
No.
They want to be comedians?
No, they do not. Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, Jonathan is a surfer and a photographer. My youngest, he surfs every day.
Does he hate money or?
I was gonna say.
I told him, I go, you want to make money?
Some
He
people
wants to have sex with girls.
Doesn't care.
He's 21.
He wants to have sex with. He was in the water. He does surf photography, and I've told him I have buddies that do that, and
it's a tough life, man.
You're not. You have to just love what you're doing.
It depends what you want to do. Yeah, well, obviously, happiness is more important than money, but
he's
gonna be tough.
I think
Taking
he's learning that he's
and shit
yeah,
to make money.
But he's learning that he loves that industry all around. Like now he's working at a surf shop, and he's thinking he maybe want to get into the industry. And I'm just going, all right, man, good luck.
You ever surf, bro?
Yeah, every day. Dude.
Yeah,
fucking every day.
All right.
I'm on the tubes. Nah,
don't say the tubes.
No, I'm not on the tubes.
A bodyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you lay down and don't have to stand up.
Good stuff.
Fucking awesome. Man.
Yeah.
It's like a lazy way of surfing.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, man.
All right, you guys have a good.
No, wait, hold on. What were we gonna say? By the way, I've heard some people make arguments against your assessment of the new Stephen Jobs movie.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's another one. You got a lot.
Not
You
good,
got some
or
heat.
what?
I've taken heat for my dropping knowledge stuff.
A ton of heat.
I mean, a ton of heat.
I only send you a few of those emails.
By the way, no, I get them. By the way, everybody.
Did you see how many hippos kill people
Yeah,
every year?
I know. It's people saying it's 2,000. Nat Geo said 500. I'm just telling you what they said.
Hey, but this when you do drop knowledge,
Yeah.
maybe multiple sources.
Maybe multiple sources.
Maybe don't twist off a Snapple bottle and read the lid and then fucking put it back.
Here we go. Oh, maybe I should drop a knowledge. I know it's early, but maybe I should drop a knowledge that thing I sent you was kind of interesting.
Oh, that lady?
Yeah, this woman who's a big.
It made sense for what we do.
Yeah.
I meant to send that to you guys. I stopped sending you guys emails because I realized you don't check them.
Yeah, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later. No, this evolutionary biologist took chickens.
Okay.
You're already bored. Took chickens and 6 generations of chickens, and he watched these regular chickens basically go through 6 generations, and those chickens after the end of 6 generations were fat and happy and normal chickens.
How many people years is that?
I don't know, but they breed pretty quickly.
Over time,
it's like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And so then they took chickens from another colony, and he isolated the most productive chickens, the alpha chickens that had the most sex, that were the strongest and all that stuff.
The ones that created the most eggs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Took the most productive chickens out of that, and 6 generations later, put them all together. So he created what's called a super flock. And 6 generations later, there were 3 chickens left. Everybody else had died. They'd killed each other.
The super flock said,
Yeah.
we're just going to fucking
If you put
kill
all
each
the
other."
alphas together, or all the most productive chickens together,
Yes.
they killed each other.
Yes. And then
What was the...
then these MIT professors said, let's try this with humans. And they took groups and they had them solve really, really complicated problems. The groups that had the 2 of the smartest people, or even the highest IQ aggregate, didn't do as well as the groups that essentially had that worked together, that were socially more cohesive. And so the idea is that what they're finding with companies is that when you create a culture of competition, where essentially you got to compete and beat the other guy. Now, this, by the way, I should emphasize, I read an article about how Amazon is run, and it's horrific, but they seem to be doing just fine. So let's all take all
That's
these studies.
exceptions,
It's
though.
exceptions. But for the most part, what they find is that when groups are socially cohesive and everybody is allowed to speak their mind, where honesty is safe, where you're allowed to say this sucks and not get criticized, and where there's no superstars, where there's no real boss, rather people are all working together, those groups do better. They have higher profits, and more importantly, they come up with better ideas. And it's kind of a new way of thinking. So now a lot of companies will not even allow coffee cups at the desk. You have to drink coffee around the coffee station because it emphasizes conversations.
They also relate it to like the music industry. They were talking to some of these heads of the big companies, and they were saying that there's a ton of talent, there's a ton of superstars, but they don't last. The ones that last are the ones that are able to collab with other artists and bring the best out of the artist.
Yes. Yeah. That was kind of amazing
Fascinating.
to me.
Yeah. They're like, there's a ton of great superstars, like, but they kind of fizzle out.
Yeah.
They're the ones who, get into producing and they can collab with other artists because they bring out the best of other people.
Yep.
They have these long careers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the people who are real selfish and, they might be successful for a little bit, but then it goes away.
That's a TED Talk, and Stephen Cain, who emailed me, thanks, he's a fan from Edmonton, so shout out to Stephen Cain.
Well,
Thank
for
you
us,
that.
it's good because yesterday we had our first creative meeting for the Fire and the Kid video series, which is going to be called the Fire and the Kid 3D. So we had Mitch, we had Justin, we had was it John and Juan Carlos?
Yep,
John Carlos and Evan the Beard. And so in that room, you have to put together these shows, these sketches, man. And you got to make it everyone's spitting off ideas.
Yeah, you got to make it safe for people to be able to come up with ideas, even if they're bad ideas. You know what I'm saying?
Which, yeah.
And it's hard
It's
because
tough, man.
Oh, you mean just spitting out these ideas? Like
Not spitting out the creativity from Cal and Mitch and I is, it's good. We know each other and we can spit out anything. I'm not worried about any backlash.
Right.
But you need the rest of the guys just so we get things done better with everything to feel comfortable.
because a lot of companies would always, the old model was, you'd have a leader, you'd have a CEO who ran the show. And they would encourage competition among workers. Problem was that this one woman, I think Mary Heffernan or whatever, who gave this talk, said her company, she has big software companies, and she said, I realized that we were emphasizing competition, but a lot of the workers didn't know each other and they were sitting next to each other. And it just doesn't, because the problem is sometimes in that environment, competing against somebody else is you get ahead by essentially suppressing the other person's talent.
But isn't that what we do in America? Like the survival of the fittest?
Yes.
Especially in my business. What?
Yes.
In sports?
Yes.
In sports?
Yes.
No, man. If you can't hang, we really don't. I mean,
Yeah.
look. Go to elementary school. They can't play freaking tag and dodgeball anymore because the shitty kid, not the shitty kids, the kids who aren't. Well, you know what I mean. Hey, let's be real though. The kids who
the
aren't
ones that get the participation trophy.
yes, the
Got it.
kids who aren't as athletic, they get picked on. So it's survival of the fittest. That's what we're taught, though.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you're supposed to give it all up. And be like, nah, it's all
It's
good.
the whole mentality of there's a weak link and then there's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's us against you.
But
and
part of that-
you're not going to survive. So go.
That's
away.
how you're raised in America.
But
though.
part of that might also be natural. Part of that might be a natural evolutionary tendency that human beings and animals have. However, what we have to understand also is that there's a lot of evidence to suggest you can be way more productive if everybody's looking out for everybody. You're still going to have competition. You're still going to have conflict. But conflict has to be encouraged and it has to be safe. You have to be able to.
talked about,
I don't like that idea.
Yeah.
The social cohesion and social sensitivity. Oh, check this out. So the groups that did better weren't just the groups that had better social cohesion, but they also had more women in them. Why more women? Probably because they don't know for sure, but maybe women give a different perspective. Maybe women relate differently, not as
Aren't
aggressively.
women better at expressing?
They're also
Apparently,
Really?
they're also a lot more patient. Verbal,
I suck at that.
yeah, you will immediately go, no, what the fuck are you doing? And you know what I mean. But women are very
will
good.
shut people
They
down.
could be very patient. They're amazing multitaskers.
True.
Men, we are not.
True, man.
We're not good. If I'm texting, that's all I'm fucking doing. I'm not driving and texting because that's gonna cause an accident. Women can do so many things at the same time. I mean, I have friends that are in the middle of an email doing this and talking to me at the same time. There's no way I can do that.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
they have to do that because they have to watch 2, 3, 4 children
Yeah.
to make sure they
But
don't
that's-
die.
But that's another
and
thing
cook
with,
food.
with that environment you're talking about. I think it starts with the home, with your childhood. I mean, think about it. Like when you and I were kids, it was very few people that I remember in my neighborhoods had one kid, like this the only child.
Oh yeah,
kind of
there's
thing.
never an only
Are
child.
do you have brothers,
Oh,
sisters?
yeah, I have a brother.
Yeah, I got a sister.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you always have that team mentality.
Yeah.
Like working well as a group.
But
Yep.
you're competing against your siblings.
You are, but you can't. You can't kill each other.
Try.
You already have your back.
We got damn close.
But you have your back though, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Oh yeah.
If that
like we
person
would fight
wasn't-
like cats and dogs, but if someone else picked
Tomorrow
on
your
us,
buddies.
it was on.
He's
Tomorrow
got an
your buddies.
identical twin brother.
I got an identical twin brother. Yeah.
What is? Did you guys compete, or you guys were just so close because you're the same person?
That's another thing with parenting. That could easily be screwed up by parents. I've gone to school with sets of twins that today hate each other,
Even identical twins.
can't stand each other.
Identical twins.
Moved to separate states, didn't want to be
Well,
around each
just
other.
because they want
Here's
their own
what happened.
identity, right?
Because the parents made them one thing.
Yeesh.
As parents, the biggest mistake you can make with twins is making them this one entity. Look
Yeah,
at my
man.
twins. Like, this is Jason and Mason, and they
Yeah.
dress alike. That's so damaging.
Is your
in
brother's
my-
name Mason?
No, his name's David.
Oh, I was like,
That's-
God damn it.
That's my point. My parents said, you're Jason, you're David, you're two different guys. They never dressed us alike.
I was just gonna say when they dress the same,
It's
I
weird as-
fucking hate
It's creepy.
twins when they dress the
only
same.
time you would
Oh.
the only time you would ever seen us dressed alike is if we were being babysat by an aunt or uncle who thought it was like a cool thing to have that, because you do get attention as twins, and back then there wasn't as many twins.
Yeah, because they
or
didn't do in
multiples as
vitro
there-
and shit
yeah,
like
as
that.
there are now.
everywhere today.
Now they're splitting eggs. Now you
In
do it
my-
in a lab, so you get a lot more.
In my
twins.
elementary school, David and I were the only twins in the school. Now it's just so common, and there's
Well, now in New
triplets
York
and
City,
quadruplets,
there's
yeah.
a school in New York State or New York City. I
Just
think,
for twins?
11 sets of twins
And
because it's
unbelievable.
older people.
Have you ever seen the
having
show
in
on
vitro.
VH1 called Twinning?
twinning. Yeah,
I'm sure other twins. I'm sure are aware of
It's
it.
Jason's favorite show.
it's my favorite show. I watch it religiously.
no.
It was interesting. I thought.
Do
never
you
seen
do
that.
you guys speak? Do you guys like have the same dreams or think the same shit? Do you ever have coincidences like that?
You're asking very female style questions. Women ask us that kind of stuff all the time. You know,
I'm kind of into it
Do
myself.
you guys read each other's thoughts? If he gets hurt, do you feel it?
I was
That
going to
kind of
ask
thing.
that because on Twinning.
Hey Brian, if you blow me, he might feel it.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting on Twinning. What they do is it's twins, right? It's like 8 sets of twins. One lives on one side of the house, the other lives, so they don't talk or know each other. But it's interesting because they argue with the same people. So if one twin is in the house, he's arguing with whatever Tyrone. Well, in the other house, they don't even know each other. The same twin is arguing with that opposite twin.
Damn.
It's
It's
insane.
interesting.
Whoa.
And then they do competitions where they can't see each other and they have to make stuff work and they figure it out.
It's
or the way
creepy.
they vote people off is you don't know the twins' answer and they ask you a question like, what's your favorite number out of 1 to 100? And most of the time they get it right. 47.
What?
If you could have any food right now, what would it be? Pizza.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Damn.
things like that with us. Like my brother and I, same
Winning.
sense of humor, same taste in food, but I couldn't live with him. Like I couldn't live with my brother. He would drive me up the fucking wall. Like,
Why?
Because you guys are exactly the same?
No, because he's got his quirks and I got mine, and there's certain things that he does that I don't like. There's certain things that I do that I don't. But you get us apart, and it's creepy how we never ever plan on dressing the same ever, but we will show up wearing the exact same outfit sometimes. Didn't even talk to
Do
him.
you guys have the same eye issue?
Yeah, he had surgery on both of his eyes. I had it on one, but our glass. Dude, I'll show you pictures.
He's
Glass-
thicker than you. He's
a bigger guy
He's a
than
very
me.
strong.
But is
guy.
everything the same?
No, here's the thing. We were Siamese twins, and in the separation surgery, I got both dicks. I'm just kidding.
Makes sense.
I got 2 dicks.
No,
You guys are
we're-
both working with a nub.
We're both no, man.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just asking.
Dude, I'm
All potato, no
doing
meat.
okay. I'm doing all right.
potato,
I'm not
no
one of those
meat.
guys that say I got a big fucking. It's above average.
All right, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
at least you're honest.
I've never had a complaint.
Well, I like that you went. And you kind of went.
Yeah, I'm honest.
You open your hand like
not-
this is what I'm working with.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Just big balls and
And
kind of
it's-
a like this is the size of my index finger.
No.
I don't know.
It hangs below the. You guys, come
Maybe
on.
not. You're older.
All right. Here we-
Oh, here we go.
But yeah, it's a trip, man. And
twins are interesting.
And we've had sympathy pains.
Really?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like I've had a lot of surgeries and stuff, and he tells me, man, I swear to God, you were in the hospital getting that thing done. I was getting the worst stomach pains.
Weird,
Fuck,
man.
that's
And
so interesting.
When I had my ACL issues, he's like, my knees were killing me. Now my brother has a torn ACL, and he has to get it redone. And
your knee hurts?
Yeah.
I grew up with twins, and they were mine and my brother's like arch enemies. We hate each other. When we saw each other, we fought. When we ran into
Really?
Raymond and Adam, we fought.
The Shaw brothers are tough.
we
What
beat
neighborhood
the
was it?
shit out of them.
Where
What?
was this?
This is in Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah, that's not a good.
Well,
because
because
you guys are
my dad
big,
has like
rough
12
guys.
or 13 brothers and sisters. There's a set of we'd all get together, and these set of twins we'd always fight. We used
Oh,
to-
so they were blood related to you.
Yeah.
Oh, I
cousins,
got you.
shared
Okay.
cousins.
Oh,
but they're
wow.
twins. So, but I grew up hating twins. Like now,
Like they're evil. Like
yeah, like I'm having a
They
son.
give you a bad feeling when you see it.
Yeah, because I grew up like I've always had this dislike for twins
Little
because of
superstitious?
them.
Yeah.
Not superstitious. Like I was like when Joe got pregnant, I was like, God, I hope it's not twins.
Oh,
Just because I
were these
grew up-
guys bullies or what?
Uh,
Or were they guys or girls?
They were guys. I don't know what we just hated each other.
so interesting. But those twins can they can get each other's backs.
Yeah,
Fight.
man,
They coordinate, punch you at the same time.
It's crazy. You never get along when you're growing up. That's for sure.
Who would win in a fight? Your brother
Right
kill
now,
you?
my brother. Yeah, yeah. I don't train or.
Did
do
you guys
any of
ever
that
pull
stuff.
any tricks on girls when you're growing up? Like the old switcheroo?
No, we
The
never
old
did that.
The old Houdini?
I mean, I was just so much
The
better
old
at getting
Houdini.
chicks than he was. No, we never did that. We
Your
never
brother's
did that.
quiet.
Yeah, he's a quiet guy, and
He's shy?
he's not shy. He's just if he doesn't have some, he's not gonna just.
He's a martial arts teacher, right?
Yeah, he's still doing it. He's actually, this is his last week. He's closing down and retiring. 'Cause
Wow.
he's had that school now for over 30 years.
And where at?
Long Beach, California.
And what's he teach?
Kempo karate.
Oh, wow.
He has a Brazilian jiu-jitsu program that he no longer teaches because of just physical stuff. A lot of times also we were premature. We were preemies, and there's certain things that happen. Like if you notice, sometimes they're small. Like most twins are premature, and a lot of them stay small or have some kind of issue. Like ours were our eyes, and we also had joint issues. Like our joints we just never had strong. Like my brother's had several shoulder reconstructions, and I've had several knee surgeries. He's had like 2 or 3 knee surgeries, and
Your
it's just
crustaceans.
yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's literally like we weren't small, which I mean we're both 6'2",
Yeah, bigger dudes.
6'1.5".
Bigger
Yeah,
dudes.
you're
yeah.
not, but
Bigger
yeah.
than average.
But but
sure.
so we were lucky there. But there was other things like our eyesight's not that great, and the the weak joints, and like my brother's in the gym every day, no matter. There's always something going on with the joints, the hips,
Yeah.
and we've got the arthritis and all that stuff. But
You're gonna die early.
No, man,
Sorry,
I'm not.
sorry. I don't know, man.
Well, there's a good chance. But
I'm not gonna die early.
No, we
I'm
both are,
44.
my man.
My father
We
said
both
that.
are.
My father said that about my best friend Jimmy Burke. He goes, yeah, Jimmy's probably not gonna live very long. And I was like, excuse me?
Your dad
And
said
he
about your best
He looks at
friend.
me like this. He goes, what? And I go, what are you talking about? And he goes, well, he had tuberculosis, and then he had like some
Is your
kidney.
dad lying,
he goes,
though?
No, he goes, he had some kidney issue, and I go, yeah, I know, but it's all cured. It's fine. It was just
Dad
little congenital. And
knowledge,
he goes, I wouldn't be surprised if he died early. Hey, man, don't
did
just
he?
say that. And he walked out of the room.
No, he's
Did
still
he?
a kid.
No, he's fucking in
Okay.
great shape.
Dude, dads give those funniest fucking advice. Like when you have your certain group of friends that are your best friends. Like there was like 5 of us, me and my brother and like 3 or 4 other guys. My dad's one day he's like, one of your he's enjoy the time with these guys. Oh yeah, okay. He goes, one of them's gonna end up gay, one of them's gonna end up dead, and one of them's gonna end up in the middle. Like he was just saying. I'm like, what? None
Yeah.
of that happened.
No, he has no idea.
Yeah.
But dads do have pattern recognition. Like my father can, I
Well, they've
swear to
seen
God,
some shit, man. They're
He-
older.
Yeah.
he can meet friends of mine for 5 minutes, and I'm telling you, he won't say anything, but he'll just he'll meet. You don't, but I have a lot of misfit friends. I just got misfits. I used to hanging around,
Yeah.
and my father would just go like this. My father would go, this guy'd be talking, and my father would go, your friend, the kook, the one. I don't know what he means. The one with the weird ideas about
Dads
everything.
have seen it before.
He's seen it all.
My dad,
Seen it
when
all.
he met this girl I was dating in L.A., she met my parents. We were at dinner. She gets to go to the bathroom. My dad just looks at me and goes, what are you doing?
Yep.
I was like, what? And he goes, what are you doing?
My father said that to me.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing? There's no way this is gonna work. He's like, you're not yourself. You're not funny. You haven't said a word. You shut down around her. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. She came back down. He's like, hey, how you doing? I was like, Whoa, PJ.
My father said to me the same thing. He goes, "What are you doing with that girl?" I said, "What do you mean? I was living with her." And he goes, "Your mother doesn't like her. If your mother doesn't like her, I don't know. I'll stay out of it. If your mother doesn't like her, she's right." So I say to my mother, I go, "What don't you like about such and such?" My mother said, "Oh, it's very simple. When you're funny and everybody's laughing, she's rolling her eyes."
It's a bad trait.
She was right on.
Yeah.
She was a right on. That was a disastrous.
But there is dad science where it's just full of shit. Like my dad was saying, my dad was in.
I think I'm there now.
My dad was in. Yeah, you're there. My dad was in that. You know, Bryan's there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, when his son's older. But
Oh, shit.
my dad was. He was in LA recently, and he wouldn't stop talking about food. And so I was like, and we walked by a food truck, and I go, I was just over it. I'm like, Dad, you talk about food so much, maybe you should start a food truck in Denver. He's like, I would never do that. He's dead serious, right? He's a very serious person. I'm like, why? He's like, it's dangerous. I'm like, this is true.
I love stuff like this.
This is true. He goes, it's dangerous. And I went, what's dangerous? He goes, food trucks, man. They park in front of these restaurants. The owners come out and kill them. I went,
And he was dead serious.
and I went, what?
Oh,
It's
boy.
in front of my brother. And my brother goes, what? And he goes, what they do is they take the competition from the restaurants. They park out front the restaurants. They have a better product. It's cheaper. Owner of the restaurant comes out, blows their head off. I went, Dad, that's never happened. I got to be honest, that's never happened. It might have happened once. I said, where'd you read that? He goes, I'm telling you, that happened. We in a blowout. Blowout.
His dad's an alpha. His dad's a stud. His dad's 6'4",
Jeez.
in great shape. Like, how old's your dad? 55, 56?
56.
Yeah,
Oh,
56.
Smart dude.
Black belt in
argue
Taekwondo.
like this.
He's not hearing a peep out of anybody's dad, but makes a lot of money. He's got to figure it out. So the two of you,
yeah.
the two
Together.
of you, oh.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
two
because you're
Rams.
getting to an age, and you're successful, and so I can imagine it's going to be.
I think about when does that happen? When does that change happen? You're just a guy, a dude, and then all of a sudden you're the dad that doesn't wear denim and you only wear fucking Dockers, and you know what I mean?
I think
Like,
you stop giving a fuck. I think I think all of us do shit for pussy, right? So
Yeah.
everything guys do is basically, I'm telling you,
Definitely.
the way we dress, the reason we work out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Car
you
you
get older
drive,
and
everything.
you're self-directed because you just want to get better at something. But for the most part, so much of what a young man does is driven by his dick. And his stomach. He wants to eat well and he wants to fuck. And, I mean, you see it. Guys, just the way they dress, the way they make. Dudes wouldn't give two shits otherwise. But to me,
I think
I
I'm
think
getting
when
there.
you get to a certain age, you're like, you know what? I don't have to do any of this. I'm going to dress sensibly and comfortably. I'm
I
going to
will
wear
never be
comfortable
that guy.
shoes.
You
No,
think
you
that-
have.
I make
you
fun of those
think
guys.
Yeah,
that.
you have too much of a.
No way.
But I
fashion
think that
sense.
too, and man, I don't know any of these recording artists that are popular right now. I have no fucking idea who any of them are. I've
Neither
never
does
heard of-
Kellen.
I didn't know who Macklemore
We
was.
played Macklemore yesterday. He goes, this guy's going to be big, man.
I just what's that Downtown song?
Yeah,
a friend of
it's
mine.
Macklemore.
She turned me on to that song, and I'm like, that's a fucking awesome song.
I
But
know.
I've never heard him.
I've been listening to him. I'm so glad you're saying this because you do music.
This is
I used to
embarrassing.
do.
I love him. I was listening to that song, Same Love, and all the stuff he's talented as shit.
And you didn't know who he was. You
didn't know
just
who
heard
How many
it.
awards
They were
that guy's
laughing
won?
at me. They were like, "You don't know who Macklemore?"
Brian was like,
is?"
this guy's going to be big, man.
And he's just like
I
a
was
white guy.
Macklemore? Yeah, he's fucking enormous. He's won so many awards.
Brendan pulls his hair out. I'm the old guy.
I was in the music business when I was 19, 20 years old. I produced hip hop music. And I was like, I knew everything about all of it. I couldn't tell you a fucking thing about it.
Really? Why'd you get out of hip hop?
I had kids.
Don't break into song or
I
anything.
had,
right
what? Are you talking?
now. Come on, man. I just heard you.
Stop.
So you were in the music business, then you got out because you had kids
Well, I needed
and
to
jumped
put,
into
I needed to
comedy.
put- no, I needed to put food on the table, and I was doing martial arts since I was 12 years old, and I had a black belt, and my dad was a black belt, and my brother was a black belt, and I was working in the warehouse at this company that my dad was a vice president of, this electronics component company. That he was tired. He calls me in his office. He says, "I'm producing music, not making any money. I signed a bad record deal. The label went under. I didn't make any money. It was bullshit, and I had these babies." So my dad said, let's open martial arts school. And in June of 92, I opened the doors. Like 30 days after that meeting with my dad in his office. 30 days to the day almost, we opened our doors and had a martial arts school. Then I did that for 20. Literally, cold turkey stopped doing music. And the next day, I was a business owner, and I'm teaching kids, and I'm coaching Little League. It was a trip. I was doing things in my 20s that guys in their 40s are.
For sure. Well, you have to grow up with kids. And
Yeah.
then when did you decide to jump into?
I always wanted to do stand-up. Stand-up was just a thing that I just loved. I mean, when I was a kid, I could recite Delirious, Raw, all that.
Yeah.
But, the kids thing. And then I met a guy who became really good friends with. Joe Coy.
Yeah.
Joe Coy and I have been friends for, 15 years now. And
Funny. I don't see
met
him
him,
anymore.
right?
he's on
No.
the road, man.
Joe
Asian fella.
Coy, yeah, he
Asian
crushes.
fella. All of a sudden, you're 50.
He's Filipino.
Asian fella. Little Asian guy.
fella. Asian.
You don't want to be racist.
He-
So by saying that, nice.
Well, he's Filipino
Yeah.
and white, I think.
yeah, white and Filipino.
Yeah.
So he's not
He's
Asian.
funny as fuck,
Yeah.
and I love him. And I
I've
never
seen him
see him
before.
anymore. I never see Joe Coy. I haven't seen Joe
Dude,
Coy in
he's
5
He's
years.
killing it.
Oh yeah, he makes a fortune. on the road.
Unbelievable.
Stand up.
Killing it. He's selling out 2 weekends in a row at these major clubs. Like, you go into the Ontario Improv and you're there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He does that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the next week Thursday, and then they
Wow.
have to add shows.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just
He's
sold
making
out.
he's making
He's
a fortune.
He's a multi-millionaire from telling jokes. It's
Yes. Good
for
unbelievable.
him.
But anyways, him and I became buddies, and I started hanging out. And him and I were buddies before any of this
Because
stuff.
of martial arts.
Well, a guy that I went to high school with was doing business with him, and he said and my buddy knew I didn't want to do stand-up. He goes, I'm buddies with a comic, and then him and I ended up meeting. We hit it off, and we're buddies. And then Joe had like a love. He likes martial arts movies and all that. Martial arts brings a lot of And we just hung out for like a year, and I would always say, "Yeah, I'm going to do this. I could do this. I could do stand-up." And he's said, "Well, then fucking do it. If you really."
Well, you're such a silly goose.
I mean, I can never be.
You relate
serious.
you relate with humor, so that's why.
Oh, my
long ha-
kids get tired of my.
How long have you been doing it?
stand up? 10 years.
Oh wow, long
Yeah.
time.
No, he's a beast.
Not long.
I was telling him about. We were talking about Amy Schumer.
That's when things start kind of happening.
I was talking. We were
10
talking about
years.
Amy Schumer.
But I got
who's been doing it
lucky.
11 years, and I said,
Amy's
not
been doing
that
it
long.
11 years. She's blown up.
yeah, it's not that long though, and she probably hasn't even been doing it that long. She's
Right.
been doing it for.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I haven't seen her special, but for
know.
her to be doing specials at this earliest stage is
saw it?
not
haven't
easy
even
because she probably has only really been doing headlining stuff for like 3
And
or
there's
4
only
years.
a
This is
few
her
pe-
third special.
And there's only a few
crazy.
people who have that story. That's not the normal thing.
Oh,
Like,
well,
I mean,
trust me, I
there's
get it.
guys, I know guys that have been doing it for 10 years that are still like open micing it still and like
My
haven't
time to
gotten
hang
that
it up
TV.
though, huh? 10
I mean,
years
it
open
ain't-
micing?
It ain't for everybody.
No, man.
And it's not something that,
But it's not like
You can't
sports where
teach it.
someone's gonna be like, "Hey, man, you don't got it," because they're like, "Well, fucking."
But I-
Rodney Dangerfield did it, and
But I
yeah, I
also-
get that.
but I
Yeah.
also believe that there is a huge element of just natural ability at something. Like you have to
100%.
be
Either you have it or not.
You have it or you
can't go
don't.
into a class and learn to be a comedian.
Yeah.
Either you have it or not.
Yeah.
They were talking. I was watching.
It's just like fighting. You could be strong as shit, but the most uncoordinated guy on the
But
planet.
you can learn to fight. You can learn techniques and be efficient and kind of make it in the business and make money.
But there's
being
a-
a comedian, like they were, Jerry Seinfeld was talking about. They wanted him to come talk to this class where they're trying to learn to be comedians.
Oh.
And he goes, it was a nightmare because I go in and he goes, you know how many classes I took to learn to be a comedian? Zero.
Yeah.
And he goes, if you're in this class, you're probably not going to make
That's.
it.
Did you see the interview with him and Steve Harvey talking about
Yes.
that?
Comedians
and
getting
and
coffee.
Steve Harvey even said,
Yes.
"Okay, your first mistake, you guys, is you're here in this class."
Yes.
I
And he said
agree.
some girl
I
just started
100%
packing her shit up. Was like,
I agree.
He goes, "Where you going, girl?" She goes, "Well, shit."
And here's the
just
thing.
got up and left.
When I hear about comics teaching classes, I'm like, that's a dope hustle because that's what it fucking is. It's a hustle.
I agree 100%.
Either you have it or not. Like we talked about this. Mark Munoz wanted me to speak to these up and coming fighters. He's like, "Tell them how often you train and tell them how many times you hit mitts and blah blah blah." And I did the exact. I didn't even know Seinfeld and Steve Harvey did this. I did this before they announced this. And I said, "Listen, man, if it takes me to tell you guys you have to hit mitts every day, train every day, none of you are gonna make it.
No.
So if by me telling you this is what you need to hear, it's too late.
Yeah.
None of you are gonna make it."
That's
And then
that-
I've never talked to another team before, ever again. Mark was like, "Ah, we're good, man."
when I decided
I think
to
you
do,
did them a favor.
100%.
That's the most important.
No one's like, "Hey, Brendan, make sure you're committed Monday through Friday and interviewing on Saturdays." What?
I had one of the best. A woman came and spoke to our acting class, and we had several people come who were in the business. And one was like, "Oh, it's so impossible" and stuff like that. And another woman came, so unbelievable. She said, I'll just say this. I mean, she said, "So you know who the only person that I think is going to go somewhere in this business?" And everybody's like, "Oh." And she goes, "That guy." And she pointed to me. She goes, "You know why?" And And everybody's like, oh, because he was honest. She goes, nope, could have lied through his teeth. Because he's good looking. He goes, now I've seen a lot of guys way better looking than him. And she goes,
You made that part.
she goes, I swear to God, they were saying they were trying
He's
to guess.
good looking.
All she said, yeah, because I was a cutie pie. No, she basically said, she started with the meeting with this. She goes, because he's confident, because he stood up and he was just confident and he just has a sort of thing, right? Okay, haha. And he made some jokes and made me laugh a little bit, whatever. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Then she said something really fucking awesome, and I thought this was amazing. She said, listen, you're not going to make it. I mean, you're really not going to make it. And you're going to hear a lot of people say things like, I don't know, you can't sleep your way to the top and you can't do that. And she said, if you're a really good-looking woman and you know how to date strategically, it's a really good thing. She said that. I was like, God damn, that's honest. Fuck.
Yeah.
She said that to women. She goes, if you're beautiful, I know a lot of stars who they're very good at their craft. They worked hard, but boy, do they know exactly who to fuck. And
gonna
when
help you,
and how.
for sure.
It's just.
the nature
I'm
of
not
the
saying
beast.
you fuck your way to the top, but at the same time, don't say and don't.
Never
exclude
say never
anything.
from Bryan
That's
Callen.
it. Don't
Gee.
exclude. And guys, and if any of those ladies out there, I'm here to help you, and I will not. You don't have to sleep with me. Yes, I'm there. You don't have to sleep with me. Don't tell me what. The thing is, listen, I would never. No. It was just fucking. It was shocking when she said it. We were shocked. But she'd been in the business forever, and we were
That
like, "Holy
brutality is
fuck!"
good. I
Yeah.
told you at University of Colorado, which at the time, not now, but at the time was a powerhouse for NFL guys, and we had. It was an NFL scout or NFL player. I've told this story. I think I've Rogan this before, but he just goes, "How many of you want to make it to the NFL?" He goes, "Stand up," and all 118 guys stand up.
Yeah.
He goes,
By the way, I'm already amazed at that.
He
Like,
goes, every one of you sit down except for one. And like our captain of the team stays up, everyone sits down. He goes, this is in this room, how many's going to make to the next level?
and by the way,
And then everyone whispered like, whatever.
Yeah, you don't get it.
All of us were like,
When I
Kurt
first
Warner.
started stand-up, I was
I'm
the
actually
same way.
amazed that in sports that all those D1 guys actually believed they could go on to the NFL. There's no one who played on your team who was like, this is it for me. They all had aspirations, right?
Yeah, especially at a big school. Yeah, you only go there because
you wanna be a
launching
pro.
pad to the NFL. Yeah.
Wow.
Especially if you're that talented.
And how many on a
Because when I went to Ohio State, I was talking to one of the head guys there, and when you walk in, because I spoke at Ohio State last year, the football team. When you walk in, it's all their crazy Nike jerseys, because that's what kids are into, like how they're gonna look, and then it goes all their jerseys laid out dope, right? All these crazy different custom colors and all that stuff, and then it goes a whole wall of every NFL team and every Ohio State player on that NFL team and big pictures of them. And he goes, it's our uniforms and NFL. That's how we recruit kids, because that's what when they walk through the halls, they want to make sure that they're going to look great, and then the NFL's right.
Yep.
Not
wow. And
how
how
we
many
recruit
on a powerhouse like Ohio State, on
That's definitely
average, how many kids go
from
to the
like a senior
NFL?
class?
How many kids? Actually, it's a better question. First of all, how many kids start in the NFL, and how many kids are in the
can't say
NFL
start.
3 years
You
afterwards?
can't say start.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, how many kids get to the NFL for?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 6 a year.
And
I don't know the average. I would assume
Of
maybe,
those 6, if you had to guess, how many are playing 3 years after
I
that?
mean, Ohio State, you're talking cream of the crop. Like this
Yeah.
year's class, they won national championship.
Right.
Monsters.
Right.
But on average, I don't know, man.
That's
It's
that's
low.
amazing. How low is that? 6. How tiny is that out of the whole roster?
Think about NBA. Think about there's 12 guys on the team.
Well,
In order to even if you get drafted in the second round, chance you make the team isn't great.
Oh,
Get
really?
drafted- Well, you think you got to take a veteran spot to make the team?
Yeah, because
There's 12.
Yeah.
There's 12.
12 spots.
unbelievably competitive, and that's what amazes me about these kids that do it right out of high school. That's insane.
Well, not anymore. Now that you have to spend at least a year in college for
God.
basketball.
Why is that?
Development.
and all that.
No, it's NCAA, so they're crooked as fuck. They want the superstar to go to the
right.
college, so they get all the views and the
That
money,
thing that you were just
and
saying
then
about the
they can go.
football, where they could put their fucking picture on the wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there ever going to be a case where college athletes are being paid?
I'm sure. I mean, Northwestern just lost the lawsuit against it. I'm sure eventually. I don't know. It's
Baseball's crazy. These guys, like my
tough.
cousin.
Statistically, baseball is the hardest
Yeah.
sport to make it to the major
It
leagues.
is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
statistically.
My cousin got drafted out of high school, and the deal they gave him, they said you get a 4-year ride, Fresno State, but you can't play baseball there because you're considered a professional. Detroit Tigers is who picked him up, and he had the heart. I mean, it was, and I'm like, I told him take the education. Go. He never went to class. You know, you're young. He's like, I'm gonna like we were talking about.
Yeah.
And you
Get the
you don't
education, man.
You know what the
Yeah.
thing is, to make to the
He's a
professional
cop.
level,
He's a
you
cop
have to
now.
think that.
You have to think that.
You have to.
Yeah. You have to.
If my kid was on full ride scholarship at Ohio State, education would come second, man.
Really? Would it have to come second?
Yeah.
Because it takes that much of your time.
I mean, you can have a brainiac who can get away, you know.
No, but I
doing
mean,
both.
you're saying it takes that much time because you're lifting, you're playing, you're watching tape.
And it's also
your
the
priority.
discipline. It's also the mental discipline, and being convinced this is my goal and this is what I'm going to do. I don't need the education.
You know, tennis players
because
are like this.
I'm going to get that.
Tennis players are homeschooled. When you in
gotta
Croatia and
travel.
Russia, those kids are playing tennis. I'm telling you, when they're 12 years old, they're playing
super young.
tennis 4 or 5 hours a
Yeah.
day. It's nuts. They get homeschooled, you know, and they're competing all the time.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's-
particularly baseball is the toughest to make.
Well, you guys, I'm a comedian. That's pretty tough business.
yeah.
Now that we're talking about this, I'm like, what the fuck am I
don't,
doing?
I know.
I don't know if there are statistics on
know.
comedians and actors, but I know the odds are less in acting.
I'll tell you right
I
now.
guess you got to define making it. I guess in order
What is
to
making it? That's a good question. In what we're doing, what is making it?
Yeah.
Because people are making money. Like Joe Coy, for example, one of my best friends. He's making a great living.
Well, he made it.
But he still calls me and goes, fuck, I'm going to this audition, man. If I don't get it.
What? Yeah, well, no. But
so
no,
funny.
he's made it.
Think about it.
No, but no. Now
He's
you're
made
talking
it financially.
about- Well, he's made
I'm
it.
not gonna
in
argue that.
being a comic, but he's
Yeah,
on
he's made it
audition
as
for
a
an
comedian.
actor. It's different
Yeah.
business.
Look at me.
He hasn't made it
Which,
acting.
in my opinion, is a great way to think, because if you're satisfied with the
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Well, look at Callan. Callan's been in Hangover 2,
Mm-hmm.
Hangover
I'm heavily
1,
recurring on
Sex
2
and
shows
City.
right now.
Goldbergs. Everyone
Yeah.
talks about everywhere we go.
love that
People
show, by the
recognize
way.
from Goldbergs.
They're having me come back.
Love that
That I was thinking about this because I said I always complain, right? I'm a bitch about this. I'm like, fuck.
Always, and what I tell you,
Yeah.
and I go, honestly, man. Like, I guess to you, it's how bad do you want to be an actor? Like,
You're
what
not
to
happy
you? What's
ever.
acting? You know, what
But
I'm
you're
saying?
never happy and you're never satisfied with. You're not like I've reached my goal. You
Right.
want the next thing, and that's why.
But that's
you keep
something we
working.
need to think about because, like, I was thinking about this because I just got a call from the Goldbergs and from Kingdom. Again, they want me to come back, and Goldbergs has me. This will be my 5th episode, I think, just
Great.
this season, and they're only like 7 or 8 episodes in. So I have what's called a pretty heavily recurring
Went
role.
to high school with Wendy, by the way.
Oh, I love Wendy. She's coming on the podcast next. No, we're
She's Long
having
Beach
Wendy
girl, man.
McClendon Covey next Wednesday.
She's
You
a
guys
Long
might
Beach girl.
recognize her from Goldbergs or
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Or
Milliken High School.
911.
Or Milliken High School, 1987.
No, man. All right. Well,
Go
and-
Coyotes.
but
Well, they're the Rams, but
Close. Close.
Coyotes.
That's something.
But making it is like, for me,
Yeah.
I make a really good living as an actor, comedian, podcaster. And I have to stop and remind myself that I'm not Bradley Cooper, but man, I'm working and I have really good parts on 2 TV shows.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And I'm a headliner.
would
I'm going to
fucking kill
Canada
for that right now.
Yeah, I'm going to Canada right now, where I've already sold out of Calgary. It looks like,
I don't want to hear about
or
it.
I think almost sold out. Guys, get your tickets.
For sure, don't backtrack.
Right, but I mean, it's kind of crazy, and we got this podcast, dude. I am so blown away not only by the success of this podcast, but our live. We're about to do a live tour,
West Coast tour.
a West Coast tour, and we're already selling. You know, we sold out the Tempe Improv. We sold out Ontario. They wanted to add a second show. We said
West
no.
Coast isn't available.
It's
yet.
nuts.
Tours- yeah, it's gonna be in
It's
January,
nuts.
But,
So in a way, you have to stop and go. And you and I are the same way because you're the same fucking way. We're both like, there's got to be more than this. But you got to stop sometimes and go, this is great.
Making it's Bradley Cooper, right? I guess
He doesn't feel that way.
Depends.
Yeah, but if
Bradley
you ask-
worries all the time.
There's always the next thing. There's always what's next.
I think I talked to Bradley about this when we did Hangover 2. I was saying to
he
him,
wasn't blown up like Hangover 2. Hangover, then after Hangover 2, he just went.
yes,
Oh,
yes, but he had already done, I think, Limitless, hadn't he, before Hangover 2?
No,
I
that
think.
didn't come out yet. I thought.
I'm
That's
not
a
sure.
great movie.
Limitless,
Yeah, but
That-
he was
that flies
always
under the radar.
It does, by the way.
I'd take those pills right now.
It's a TV show now. He's producing the TV show right now. With
Not
Todd
into
Phillips.
the TV show. Lost me on that.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But I know that Bradley's the same way, where he was talking about a movie and things, and he was like, because he has to carry the movie. And I said, you worry about that? He goes, oh yeah, I worry about that all the time. It's
pressure on him.
huge pressure.
For sure.
You're the one who's to blame if it doesn't go anywhere. When he did Limitless, the whole industry was watching that. They were all like, let's see if this guy can carry a movie. Let's see if this dude can do something besides The Hangover. And when it blew up, bang. You know.
Unbelievable. And the
Are
fact that
you, are
it's,
you trying to act?
I'm an amazing actor.
Okay, do a scene.
Okay, give me a scene.
Okay, tell me. Okay, you know what? I think I could beat the world champion, but my hands are too small.
Too small.
Hold on.
Too small.
Yeah, because you're a middleweight.
Yours trainer.
It's from.
You want me
Raging
to
Bull.
tell you that I feel like I could beat this world champion?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, what's wrong, man?
Yours-
What's wrong?
yours
And you
trainer.
go. You know what's wrong with me? My hands.
Go ahead.
And I'll go, your hands.
Hey,
What are you
listen.
talking about? And you go. They're not big enough, and I can beat the best in the world. But the best in the world's a heavyweight, and I'm better than he is.
But you just fucking killed it. I can't follow that. You're a pro, man.
Hey, bro, I didn't even act, and I'm that good.
Yeah, that was just.
Let's
That
go.
was
Hey,
amazing.
hold on. You want to be in the fucking?
Let
big
me
leagues?
try it again.
All right, ready? Hold on. Watch this. Now,
You
I'll-
go. You're the
I'll
promoter.
start.
You're the promoter.
I'm the
trainer.
promoter. I'm the promoter.
Wait, I thought you were my coach.
Oh, you're the coach.
I'm
You're
your
the
I'm your
trainer.
coach.
All right, go.
Yeah. Now, ready? And this is a loose.
I'm gonna
take
give
on-
you a grade up from
mess my hair.
F to A.
This is a loose take
You're
on.
gonna grade me?
Yeah.
No pressure. Fuck.
Well,
This
it's
is
that
a loose
competition
take. This is
thing.
a loose
It's
take.
that survival of the
No
fittest.
fucking pressure.
Loose take on Raging Bull. All right, ready?
Wait.
Watch
Your
this.
eyes are crazy. You took your glasses off.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I hope you guys
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
hear the squeaky
He's
table.
staring over there.
We gotta get some oil for the table. All right. All right.
Wait,
This
what?
table?
It's so squeaky.
God damn it!
It's like a haunted table.
It's like a
and I
coffin.
ha-
It's
I
the
have
top
to
of a
lean.
coffin. Look at it. It's the top of a
Why
coffin,
is it shaped like
surrounded by
It's just creaky. It's super
fake
creaky.
leather.
Yeah.
We got to get a better one.
Yeah.
Someone tweeted me for a table.
And my hands are
Really?
too small because I'm a what? A middleweight?
You're a middleweight, but you want to fight heavyweight, but you're too small, but you're better than the heavyweight. You want to be the big. You know you're the best in the world, but
I know.
This is confusing.
all right. You understand? So you're
Your
frustrated.
hands are too
you're
small?
frustrated that you're a middleweight.
Is that a thing?
It's-
No.
Okay, in Raging
Alright.
Bull, Jake LaMotta believed he was better than Joe Louis.
Right.
He's better than him, but he'd never be able to fight him because he's too small. My hands. In other words, I'm too small. I look at my hands and I realize I'm a small man. And I'll never be a heavyweight. I'll never be.
I wish
I'll never
I've
prove that I'm
seen
the best in
movie
the world.
since I was
I know.
Greatest
You know,
movie-
this is a
greatest
tough
movie of all time.
example. Do you have another one?
Can we do a love scene?
Ooh, let's do
Ooh.
Can I
that. All
tell
right,
you?
you found out Bryan.
Wait, do you have
Bryan
one?
is your wife's side piece.
But we're best friends.
Yeah, you're best friends. And scene.
First of all,
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
you know,
You wanted to talk to me. What's going on? This is so weird.
I know. I found out. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me.
Okay,
Her
let me.
phone?
Yeah, let me explain.
No, there's nothing to explain.
All right.
The text
Yeah.
explained everything.
I know.
Brian. You're my best friend.
I am your best friend, man.
She's
and
the
I fucking
woman
love
of
you.
my dreams. She's the love of my life.
I know that. And
She never sucks my dick. And then she's doing these texts about how much
know,
is in her
she's-
mouth and she can feel you. Even when you're not there, I feel you in my mouth.
She
I
inhales my
read
cock, and I can explain.
Porno?
you and I
know,
grew up together.
I know, dude, but she inhales.
You broke your arm. Who carried you
let me-
back to your mom's house?
You
when
did,
had a
man, and you're
I
my
did.
brother, but let me
And
ex-
now you're putting your dick in my wife's mouth.
Okay, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you.
Tears.
Let me explain something to you. I'm trying not to cry.
I don't.
Listen.
What are you
Listen to
so?
me.
Were you crying like this before I found out?
Yeah, no. Yes, sometimes I do because when I come, I cry. Listen, she grabs me by the throat and she goes, "Who's saying?"
I don't need the details.
Okay, man, I'm just saying that. Sometimes she's a strong
Oh, I'm
woman.
never gonna get that out
She's
of
got
my
a
head.
big hand and she holds me down and she's
My
just.
wife does not have big hands.
For
man.
me, I have a skinny
you
neck.
have a small neck.
I have a
but
skinny shit
small
neck.
neck.
I got a shit neck.
Listen,
I got a bird neck, bro.
she's always talking about how she loves older men, and
Don't say that because I'm only 4 years older than you. Just don't be insulting in this car. That's fucking good, dude.
yeah, that's pretty
I'm not
good.
mad at that scene.
How'd I do?
I checked out about halfway through.
Give me the
You
F to the
did?
A.
I did. I
Give me the
get
F to the A. What did I get?
after I'll give you a B plus.
B fucking plus.
All right,
baby.
your turn, Brennan.
What did he get? Because the tears thing.
The tears were.
'Cause
That
when
was
you do
good.
this-
No, but I was like,
That's
all right, now, you're Brennan's dad. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Let's do, how old are you? 32?
Yeah.
30, yeah.
So now, Brendan,
do.
it's time. Brendan's lost his 6th fight,
And I'm his father.
and you have to tell him it's
Tell
time
him.
to retire.
Tell him.
And then he's going to ask you what he should do. Sorry, buddy. I know.
Is this the time? Can you give me another scene?
Oh,
you
man.
Bro,
fuck?
it's fresh,
That's-
bro.
fuck
but
you.
feel
Bro,
like-
it's
but
fresh.
Look how
Doing
much
this.
it's getting.
Bro, it's fresh. Look at it. Use that, dude. Use that.
No,
Yes.
get
Dude,
out of here.
dude.
No, I'm not
You're
doing
emotional.
that.
You just hit me.
No, I'm not.
Do it.
This doesn't
Son,
make
talk-
sense.
And go.
No,
Just
give
talk
me.
to me,
No,
son.
let me get out of my comfort zone. Give me another one. Give me another one. That one's too easy.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Fuck, this is good. And you better not laugh when you say this. No, that's your
Laugh.
dad.
It's not for me not to
That's
laugh.
your dad. Your dad's super conservative,
Super good-looking,
super
young
religious.
dad.
No,
Hold
you-
on.
no, you're
Dad is
not
super
young.
conservative, super religious.
Okay. Young.
You,
Want to be a porno star?
you're gay.
What?
Yes, man. And you have to tell him. And you have to tell him you have to be honest. And more importantly, You don't just give, you take. And you have a boyfriend.
And you're
I'm
telling
on
your
the bottom, and
And he knows your boyfriend. He knows your boyfriend is this rough fighter, but guess what? He thinks you guys are buddies. You guys have been
We're just
fishing and
best
everything
friends.
else.
We like
Yeah.
to oil up and wrestle.
But you have to tell him.
All right,
what's
I
going
got
on.
Hi,
it.
son. Hello, son. How are you? You wanted to talk to me?
Yeah, I need
about-
to talk
You know
to
you
you,
can tell
Dad.
me anything.
I know this one's different. It's tough.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Dead
What's-
serious. Okay.
Why are you
What's the,
laughing?
what's the deal, son?
Well, the deal is, I know it's frowned upon in church, but
Have you cheated on? Are you cheating on your girlfriend?
that would be
That's
easy to
natural.
tell
You're
you.
not
That would be
married
easy to
yet.
tell you. No,
There's
I know.
beautiful
This
women
is
out
frowned
there. I
upon in the
understand.
church. I'm actually attracted to the opposite sex.
Son, what?
I like men.
You said opposite sex.
I mean, I love my best friends. And what do you mean sex?
Well, do you know Tyrone?
He's black.
The African American.
Yeah, you know Tyrone. I hang out.
Yeah.
We play basketball,
Yeah.
wrestle all the time.
Wait,
That's my boyfriend.
son, you know that.
Wait, hold on. There's a point of. I'm going to direct this. There's a point of disbelief. Maybe you laugh a little bit. Like he's kidding you.
Son,
Go.
come on, son. No, you're playing a joke on your old man, aren't you?
Laugh a little harder.
What? Do it again. Tell me again,
Tell me
Tyrone.
again.
Okay.
Tyrone.
You know Tyrone?
Mm-hmm, yes.
He's my boyfriend.
Come on, son. This. If you're trying to be funny, this isn't funny.
I'm not, and I suck Tyrone's dick.
Do not say that in this house. Do not say dick in this house, son.
Say
We
it
need to
again.
have a prayer.
Say it again.
We need to have a
Say
prayer.
it again.
Do not
Don't
tell
touch
me-
his hands.
I don't
Say it
want
again.
you to tell me that
Be
you suck
assertive.
Tyrone's dick.
Say it
son.
You
again.
can pray as much you
The
want, Dad.
Bible
I'm gay as
says-
shit.
The Bible
I'm
says
gay!
You do not lay down
Say
with
it again,
another man.
Brendan. Say it again, Brendan. Shut him down.
Shut him down.
Say it again. Your son's gay.
Son.
Well, who are you?
I don't
What?
know.
Who are you?
I'm the
Are you
director.
God?
I'm the director.
Are you God?
And
We
you
can hear
are
you.
not emotional enough.
As
This
a
is
director,
right.
you're really bad at this.
Say you're gay and kiss your
interrupting
father right
son.
now.
Kiss him on the
Kiss your fucking father. Kiss your dad.
I love you, son. I love my
Hey, you
giant.
guys are just
strong
you
gay
guys,
son.
you guys kind of suck, huh?
No.
Oh, sure you do.
I'm doing
That
good.
Tyrone threw you for a loop, huh?
It sure
Yeah,
did.
Tyrone.
Tyrone. And I
Only
like
throw
that
a
you said.
curveball.
I like that you said that African American fella, as if a white person can't be named Tyrone. I'm outraged.
I don't know if
I've-
there are any white guys named Tyrone.
There might be. I don't think there's a
We're
white
gonna get
person
an
in the
email.
world.
You're
We're
gonna
gonna
get a
email.
lot of emails about white Tyrone.
I don't think there are black people named Tyrone anymore because black families
there
are like,
are
I'm
for
not
sure.
naming my kid Tyrone. That's fucking
too cliche.
stereotypical. Yeah.
I think that if you came out to your dad, that's the worst way to do it. I suck Tyrone's dick. Dad.
I wanted to get straight to the point, and and
My buddy
Make it pop.
came out to his dad.
ooh, that has to be tough.
He didn't know how to do it, and he was dating a surgeon, and he told his sister-in-law, who he gets along really well, and she said, "Let me tell your father, this father's a great guy, but he's a big, wealthy
Guy's guy.
guy from the South," and he just said, "I don't know how to tell him. I don't know." And he was 30.
Whoa.
He's 30. I remember this very well. And he played the message. His father leaves him a message. This is when they were answering machines, by the way. He leaves him a
I used to
message.
love those.
Yep. He leaves him a message, and the message says, John, it's your father. I understand there's some news. It is not something that I did suspect this for quite some time. I hope that you feel comfortable speaking to me about it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, I said, and I want you to know that I'm here, waiting for your phone call. And more importantly, I'm excited because we have a doctor in the family. It was fucking awesome.
awesome.
Yes. And he was like,
That's the
God
best.
damn it, my dad's the best.
Dude, on
That is amazing.
I think hip hop and love or whatever in L.A.
Love and Hip Hop,
Love
or-
and
yeah.
Hip. Do you watch it? L.A. Oh, it's my favorite show.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, there's this rapper on there and he's gay, but he's scared to come out.
Fuck yeah.
And he has a boyfriend who's a rapper too.
I'll say it right now, the black community, not too open about gayness.
That's what he's
Isn't
saying.
that
in
one of the?
hip-hop.
That's a
Isn't that one
fact.
of the plots in Empire?
I don't know. I don't watch it.
I've talked to
But
famous
this-
black actors who tell me that that you can't
frowned
even
upon,
joke
right?
around about that shit on stage.
Well, that's what they were
it's-
saying. They were
it's
saying
different,
even if someone jokes around about, oh, I saw whatever 50 Cent with this dude, he might be gay.
Yeah.
The next day, the PR team might have 50 girls around 50 Cent just to
Yeah.
make sure you don't confuse.
Yeah,
So this guy on Real Love and Hip Hop, he had to come out. He came out to his sisters, but he had a girlfriend. He was like kind of dating this girl, and he had to tell her. It went terrible.
Oh,
It went
jeez.
horrible, man.
I
felt bad for the guy. I think he told his family, and his family's super religious, like the scene
Sure.
we did. Ours was a little better than his.
I was-
But he tells his family, and they're they're super religious. They start crying. Like, what, you just gonna slap God in the face?
A lot of
and
black-
he goes, no. He goes, what do you? I wish I didn't feel this way. He's like, what do you want me to
Slap God
do?
in the face.
Yeah, right.
A lot of black
Jesus.
families are very conservative. A lot of black families, a lot of Latino families are very conservative. A lot of white families are very conservative. So it's very interesting that those in a lot of communities that is still not an accepted thing.
Well,
man.
good luck having a hip hop career.
Yeah.
Gay. Like, it's just
Insane.
it's tough.
But
man.
it's going to change.
Oh, 100%.
It's gonna
It's
change
take
quickly.
one big time.
Look at Macklemore. Look at that song, "Same Love." You know,
Is
I mean,
that-
I'm not
that's-
saying
Yeah,
that's
they're
going
not
to change
gay.
things, but
He's married
Is
with
he?
a kid.
no. I'm
he's
saying,
married with a kid.
I'm
so
saying the song is about it's okay to be gay. It's like, I can't change. Even if I wanted to, I can't change. You know.
yeah, but that's,
Yeah.
Macklemore's not gay. He's
Right,
far
he's not the
from
one
it.
who's gonna
I'm
break the
saying you
mold.
need a guy like, I don't even
50,
know.
Jay-Z.
You need like a Jay-Z. They come out and be like, I'm gay as shit.
Yeah.
Your
But-
boy, he's
Jay-Z-
gay. What if,
Do it, Jay-Z. Let me hear it.
hey, it's your boy. I like dudes.
I like dudes.
I like dudes. That's a good Jay-Z.
Let's go to some current events with Evan the Beard. Before we do this, Brian, I know you're old school, but are you still going to the post office?
Brendan, let me explain something to you
Please
right now.
do.
When I want to send messages,
Yeah.
I do it with smoke signals.
Okay.
Sometimes I put a message in a bottle.
Well, that takes a while, and you're not guaranteed
And
to get it.
if that doesn't work,
That's not
I
efficient.
have a pony, and I have a guy who rides it super fast to the other pony station.
That's the Pony
And-
Express.
So you're still
use the
sitting
pony-
so basically, long story short, you're still sitting in the post office.
Well, not just that. I
Wait,
also use
the
Morse
Pony
code.
Express is
I also use Morse
still
code.
in use?
Yeah, or I use Morse code. And then if that all else fails, I just go to the post office. What's the big deal? I drive to the post office.
Doesn't that take
You
a
do a
lot of time,
what
though?
about a
Yeah, but
telegraph?
what's the alternative? I drive to the post office. I wait in line like a good person. Sometimes it takes a half hour. Big deal. I listen to my book on tape or something, and then I get my stamps.
An hour later, right? What
Yeah,
if I
about an
told
hour.
you you could save time and do it all from your home?
I'd say, what are you in a time machine? Is it the Jetsons? I'd say, hey, where's the jetpack?
I'm not Marty McFly, but you can do it from your home using stamps.com.
What?
You can print it from your home.
What?
Yeah, man.
Huh?
That's right.
I can print postage from my home?
Stamps.com makes it easy. Forget the line.
Yeah,
Join
but
the
dude,
club.
Hold on, stop. I have to send packages sometimes, and I need to know how much it weighs. So I have to use the scale at the post
No,
office.
man. For this limited time only, you get a scale.
Yeah, but what are they going to charge me? Scales, I've looked at them online. Good scales can cost upwards of $150,000. I don't have that money.
This comes free.
Yeah.
This comes free. Free trial. Postage and a scale, my man.
Come on, man,
Stamps.com. Enter fighter
How
at
much
the top of
postage
the
do I
box
get?
in the microphone.
How much postage do I get? $110 or something crazy?
You hit it on the nose.
What?
It's like you've heard this before.
No, it's $55 worth of postage, but it's $110 value. You're talking about?
Yeah,
Wait,
man.
you tell me they add $55 worth of postage and a digital scale?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Oh my Lord!
Stamps.com, promo code fighter. What do you got, Evan the Beard?
All right, first one. It's funny that you mentioned Marty McFly in that pitch.
Today is
Because today's Back to the Future Day.
to the
Today
Future
is the
Day.
day that Marty McFly traveled back in time, or forward in time,
Yep.
to October 21st, 2015. Michael J. Fox just tweeted a picture. Nike sent him a pair of the actual shoes that lace themselves up.
Yep.
Spring 2016. That shit's going to be available.
Dude, wait. So I'm sorry to say this.
no,
I'm
that's
such an idiot.
they're
They
making
made
those.
them. They
The
made
mags. They made them
Unbelievable.
before. This is the second release.
So are you
What?
telling me that in Back to the Future he jumped ahead to 2015?
Back to the Future
October
2. Yep.
20th.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's October. Yeah, that's
21st.
right.
And by the
21st.
way,
October 21st,
everything's
2015.
kind of the same besides the internet.
Except the flying cars. But there are flying cars though. They just, they're. If you go on,
Planes.
no, if you go on YouTube, they're like planes.
Remember
They're
Calvin
small
Klein?
planes.
Remember Calvin Klein?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Calvin Klein. I have
Why do you
Calvin
keep-
Klein underwear.
Why do you keep calling me
Still.
Calvin? I'm wearing Calvin Klein's right now, dude.
Me too.
I don't believe that you are.
I'm wearing MeUndies. I'm wearing
I am
MeUndies.
wearing-
You got MeUndies on too. That's amazing.
Yep.
What are
Yep.
MeUndies, they're the best underwear on planet Earth. Calvin Klein. That's old school.
Oh.
You need to step your game with
Yeah,
me.
you
Andy.
gotta step your
We'll
game
get to
up.
that.
We'll
though.
get to that
We'll
in a
get to
bit.
that.
I'm wearing them in honor of Back to the Future Day.
Good
Nice.
job.
Yeah, but Marty McFly, those Nike mags are sick. Super tough to get and super expensive.
So they lace themselves?
I guess the new ones do.
How does it work? What's the technology? Is it,
They're sweet. They have lights on them. They're just like.
how do they lace themselves?
Yeah.
You gotta
Well,
understand
they're
that
kinda
I
like-
can't wrap my head around that.
You know, like.
So they're already
they-
laced.
No, they don't lace. It's like a.
They're already laced. It
Marty
just
McFly,
tightens.
yeah.
It's like the pump.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But automatic.
Got it.
Don't mention the pump here.
So you
By the
can't
way,
get them
whatever
wet. You
happened to
probably can't get 'em
Crispin
wet.
Glover, who was the star of that movie?
Crispin-
Marty.
Yeah. Marty McFly.
Crispin. Oh, you're thinking of Christopher Lloyd.
What the fuck?
That's a bad.
Marty McFly.
You're doing Doc.
I'm doing Marty.
That's
Oh,
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Marty.
1.21 gigawatts. That guy.
I've worked with him. I
Really?
worked with
On
Christopher
what?
Lloyd
Not Back to the
on a
Future.
show
man,
called
you
Stacked.
brag so much.
Was
On
he
a
cool?
God, you
Was
brag
he
a lot.
batshit crazy?
He's very quiet and kind of, but his son created Modern Family. I've auditioned for his
wow.
son many times.
Killing
His
it.
son's a big time showrunner, and Christopher Lloyd was on a Stacked a show I did with Pamela Anderson, and so
Scalaro, Brian Scalaro.
Marty.
yep.
And
Pamela Anderson is as hotter in person than she is even.
She
on.
was a smoke show. A little older now. She was
Ari,
such a
who
babe.
else was on that?
smoke show spectacular.
so hot.
Gould. What was it?
Marty McFly.
I think Back to the Future 2 is better than 1. I'll tell you what, Marty McFly's full of shit because they had the Cubs winning the World Series this year, and the Cubs are down 3-0 right now.
How amazing would that be if they won, though? That would be
right?
that almanac thing that they found.
Yeah,
in the
they
movie.
had the Cubs win the World Series in 2015. Cubs are one series away from going to the World Series.
What?
But they're down 3 games to the Mets.
Still, wow.
Yeah,
That's sick.
it's insane.
What has come true and what is not? So what
The
else? I
movie
can't
is
remember.
hilarious. If like in the future, their houses, every room has a screen like this, which that kind of came
It's
true.
pretty true.
But then there's fax. Remember, there's fax machines.
Oh, yeah.
spitting out paper
Yeah,
like
that's
nobody
right.
uses.
Well, they just didn't know. at the
We're
time.
ahead of that.
Well,
Yeah.
but you know what? You know the hoverboards?
They got them
We have Lexus made one, right?
Yeah,
There's one kind of like a
How does
hoverboard
that
now.
work?
as magnets. 2 magnets opposite. You know when you try to put magnets together.
Yeah.
Same thing, and they figured out that it just sits on that magnet.
But in the movie in Back to the Future, everyone's on them. Now everyone's on those like weird like Segway things.
the
with wheels.
wheels, the
Yeah,
laziest
those
shit
things are
ever.
sweet. I kind of want one.
It's so funny to see. Okay, I saw a couple.
Do you have one?
There was a guy on those wheels. It's not the handle one. It's just the wheels on your
just
feet.
the wheels. Yeah.
And he's
Have you seen
walking. He's
I wanna
walking,
share
holding
that.
his girl's hand, and she's walking in
Well, that's
heels.
fucked up. You know what?
And
I
he's just
get it
fucking
though.
floating down
When
the
would
street.
you
My
use
back
that?
hurts. Everywhere, Brian.
Everywhere.
It looks fun.
Abbot
You don't like-
Kinney,
you don't
the
like to
beach.
walk.
I hate to walk. I could go travel Europe now.
I don't know. but
You can
standing-
travel Europe now 'cause you
Standing,
got the-
would it hurt your back anyway?
What are those
standing?
things called?
Probably.
Yeah.
Better than walking though.
What is that thing
I
called?
don't know what they're called.
It's
But I know
called-
the guy who
Segway.
made them. No, it's not Segway. The guy who made them is suing everyone because he didn't release the technology and the patent. So they're all knockoffs from the original. So
Oh,
anyone
shit.
selling them, he's like, yeah, keep selling them, see what's up. So he's like suing all of them.
What does something like that cost?
I see him
$400,
like
500
400 or
bucks.
500.
I've seen them up to 1,200. Like there's.
I'm sure for the legit one,
Yeah.
the knockoffs are like 400 or 500. I think we should get a couple Fire and the Kid ones. See
Why
what's up.
not, dude? Roll around like
Marty!
cool dudes.
Your Marty McFly's the worst impression I've ever heard.
Marty!
You're not doing Marty McFly though. You're doing
Marty!
Doc
Marty!
Brown. Doc Brown.
Marty.
Ah, Doc. Ah, Doc. That's
Yeah,
Marty
that sounds
McFly.
like
Crispin Glover.
No, not Crispin.
Sorry.
Have you seen the movies,
Holy
Brian?
fuck,
Yeah,
man.
a long time ago.
That's Michael J. Fox.
It was 30 years ago for me, guys.
I want one of those DeLoreans. There was
Ooh,
one
I
on Sunset
want a
last
DeLorean.
night.
I love DeLoreans, man.
In front of the pink
Stainless
taco
steel.
that was-
Stainless steel car.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Did he go to jail for cocaine?
Who?
He
Who's
John,
that?
John DeLorean, the
Yeah.
guy that made that car.
So it's John DeLorean, then two. It's a comedian, another guy invested in him. There's 3 investors. It didn't go well.
No.
What?
No, it didn't.
Sammy Davis Jr. I think was an investor, and there's one more.
They had a problem with the doors. You couldn't park next to
Might be making that up.
between 2 other cars because the doors open like this.
Oh, fuck.
So that was kind of.
I'd love a DeLorean. They have their issues though.
If they could figure out a second hinge on that door so it just goes up. like
Dude,
that.
that's a huge thing. You never think about that. When
Yeah.
you want those butterfly
Suicide
doors.
doors?
Yeah.
Mercedes makes it.
Yeah,
With
but you
butterfly.
can't
They
park.
go up. From what I heard, the DeLorean ones opened out too wide when they opened. So if you parked in between 2 other cars,
Dude.
You
yeah,
just don't park between 2 cars like
Yeah.
an asshole.
fucking fly and park on the roof. I don't know.
What else you got, Ev?
Did you name Johnny Carson as one of the investors?
Johnny Carson, Sammy
There
Davis
it is.
Jr.
Wow.
Yeah, those were the two
Look at
investors.
you.
Right here,
That's
baby.
impressive.
And
DeLorean.
they don't have the third one listed, but Johnny Carson and Sammy Davis definitely.
Damn.
Nice.
And it didn't go well. I mean, if those are your
Is Johnny Carson still alive?
I
No.
should slap the
What
fuck out of you.
the fuck?
When did he die?
A good
20 years
decade ago, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
You
guys.
got to pay attention. See,
And
that's
then
what
Vince
happens.
McMahon
That's
died
the thing I was
too.
talking about when you
Vince
get certain.
McMahon's dad.
Johnny Carson's been dead for 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 years. That's what I thought.
No, you asked if he was still alive.
Yeah, you,
No,
you thought he was alive.
You didn't know that.
You thought Michael J. Fox was who?
Was Doc Brown and Crispin Glover.
Crispin Glover.
Yeah. Oh, Marty McFly.
Did you give another? What?
Nope.
What else you got?
No. So next one, the basically the parade of problems for Reebok and UFC shit continues today. They debuted a UFC Ireland shirt in support, like in tandem with SBG, Conor McGregor's gym in Ireland, and they fucked up big time. They put a picture of the country of Ireland, but they left out Northern Ireland entirely,
Which to
which
them,
is a separate.
Oh my God.
his coach
Yeah.
had to tweet out like, "Hey, I have
You
nothing
don't have
to
to
do
tell
with
me. You don't
this."
have to tell me.
Starting
That's
a war.
dangerous.
Even worse.
That's
That's what they're
dangerous
saying.
for you.
Brian, even worse, the tagline on it was "Show your territorial allegiance."
Oh,
As
boy.
if Northern Ireland and Ireland, the Republic,
Dude.
haven't been, accounted for thousands
Dude,
of
Reebok had
Oh
to tweet.
my
Reebok had
God.
to tweet out like, "Sorry, it's our design team."
No.
Yeah. Fire
man!
your design team.
Details, you fucks.
Yeah, man.
Details. I'm about to freak out.
That's how you should run the. You now is the time for you to be a bully, a giant bully, and go in there and
Yeah.
go, "What the fuck are you doing?" That's actually dangerous to wear that T-shirt. You couldn't. Are
How
you
embarrassing
crazy?
is that? Jeez, I
Why don't you
wonder
just put
why
more-
sales aren't going good.
Put Northern Ireland.
You can't
in-
even design a fucking Irish shirt.
Oh my
You left
God.
out North Ireland, you fucks. Oh my God.
What they did
Why don't
is
you
they
put
went,
UK
they, what
on
they
there?
did is they
Oh my
Google
God.
imaged a map, and the one that came up probably,
You dummies.
and they just said,
know
"Well,
your
just
history.
take this one, digitize it, put it on."
Know
a t-shirt."
your history.
Details.
Yeah.
Details. I'm about to freak out. I'm fucking sick of Reebok.
Damn.
I'm sick of talking about it, and I'm sick of them fucking up. Because I want them to do well for the UFC. Because obviously I support the UFC. Do your job.
Yeah.
Don't be idiots.
So
it's fucking details. You wonder why you're the shitty stepbrother to Adidas.
God.
You can't even make a God. It's there. It's there.
Yeah.
The island is there.
Yeah.
It's easy. You left an entire part of the island off. What?
Dude, you
so
are
crazy.
passionate.
No, he designs our
awesome.
shirts. And
You
also,
fucks.
he's a stickler for details, but that's a colossal mistake.
Man.
It's insane.
What else have they done? They've spelled names wrong. They've done all kinds of things. Right?
Well, and then now they took off every one of the fighter kits except for like 6, except for like Conor, Ronda, George St. Pierre. They left like the champs, the main people, took everyone else.
so
off.
nobody else can make money.
Well,
Period.
what happened to?
Sort of, because Dos Anjos isn't on there, but Pettis is. And for some reason, there's a parentheses next to Ronda's thing that says women's champion, as if there's not another women's
Oh.
division and another women's champion.
But what happened to the fighters?
Wow.
So what happens if I'm a fighter? I'm selling a lot of kits now, and you just take it off?
Who knows if it was just for today, or I have no
Maybe
idea.
because the mass cuts, they don't want people to buy the
if
old
I were
jerseys?
Dana White, I would be flipping out on
Yeah.
Reebok. I
Would
be
you, or would you be happy because they paid you a fat sum?
Oh, I'd be flipping out. I'd be flipping out because
You know
think
what I would
about
do
it.
if I'm Dana? If I'm Dana White for the day,
Yeah.
I go to Reebok. Go, all right.
Deals off.
Who's your no? Not deals off. You don't want to be an asshole. You can't do that.
Yeah.
There's a contract signed.
Right.
I say, all right, your design team. You guys are making a huge mistake. I'm gonna hire my own design team, and then you guys can check off on the designs, but we'll take it from here.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because you're ruining the reputation of the UFC.
Yeah.
You know how many Ireland shirts you would have sold for
Oh,
this weekend's
man.
card?
It's crazy.
Connor fans alone that thing would sell out. You know how
jeez.
easy it would be to create a UFC Ireland shirt?
Is
and
there a
sell it?
picture of that? That is so fucking
But what's
nuts.
also amazing is how many people fucked up. That's a lot of people fucking up.
Yeah.
The designer, then the guy who checks out, then the guy in charge of that department.
It shows you
and
what
then
you're
the guy-
dealing with. It
It's
shows you what you're
unfucking
dealing with.
believable.
Have you seen the Chris Weidman shoes?
No. I'd like to see that too. Oh, no.
I
Hey,
fucking love this.
hey, man, they're fucking I wish they were those cool Nikes. They're a basic shoe. They look like a fucking Sketcher, and then they're American flag and covered by an American flag.
Whoa.
They fucking called it in.
Hey man,
The kid called it in.
Maybe spend a little time on the designs.
Oh, no.
Maybe put some fucking effort
Hire
into
Brennan
it.
Schaub.
Don't hire Brennan Schaub. Not available for hire.
They could pay you a lot.
And we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you give me a little.
Guarantee you, we would do better.
Oh my Lord.
God, it's insane, man. It's upsetting. Because who's it make look bad? Obviously, Reebok. There's nothing you can do to make them look good right now. They just keep pissing the pot. But you're making the UFC look bad.
But that's just one colossal fuck up after another. Like, hey, people at Reebok, watch the UFC, know what you're getting into, and put a little effort. Is it just one guy in a van?
You know who pays attention to detail?
Who?
Nike, Under Armour. You know who has zero problems and who are way bigger than Reebok? Nike, Under
Of course. It makes all the difference. You really wonder. On top of the fact that they took the kids down, if that's true, and
Of course it's true.
and now the fighters get double fucked.
I'm sure it'll be back up later. I don't know. That whole Reebok team.
Can I see the Weidman shoes?
I would love to sit in on the Reebok meeting tomorrow morning.
Oh my.
How'd this happen?
Who came up with the Ireland shirt, huh? Big card this weekend. We would have sold those out. I know. So what happened? I just left off North. I just left the entire North off. Yeah, okay, well, how's that happen?
Yeah, how does that
How old are
happen?
you? Are you over the age of 12? Yeah, Ireland doesn't look like that.
Are you a British nationalist, a loyalist?
Weird, right?
I mean, that's
Evan will have it for us here. I don't mean to go off on him, but it's very
no.
frustrating.
Come on, that's ridiculous. That's corporate malfeasance or whatever.
Weidman shoes there.
Zero effort. When can I wear those? July 4th. That's it.
Yeah,
Chris
I don't-
Weidman deserves a better shoe than that.
Is that the guy from Reebok?
Yeah, that's the guy from Reebok. That's the guy from Reebok.
Let's see. Turn it
Poor,
this way.
poor Chris has got to be like, cool. American flags on my
I'll tell you what,
feet.
Ariel went after him.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
That's also, isn't there like a unenforced law that you can't wear the flag as apparel? That's, I've heard
No, you
something
can
like that.
100%
Like you
wear the
can't
flag.
wrap it around
No,
you,
yes,
or
you
you
can.
can't.
Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want.
Not the physical flag. Like,
Oh,
not
just the
actual flag,
okay,
like
but you can
wrapped
make
around
it into
like
a shirt.
or something.
Sure, you can.
You probably can.
Of course you can. You can wear the flag any way you
An
want.
actual flag.
Of course.
I don't know.
Look,
Of
course you can. I know you can.
if I'm Reebok, how easy I have access to these great athletes,
supposed to be
man.
there.
How
Sure to do
easy
that.
is it to come up with this stuff? Look at Nike. When Nike did a Bones Nose shirt, how dope was that? Or Undisputed,
Yeah.
or Bones Doesn't Break, or whatever. His shirts were amazing.
Yeah.
They sold out.
Yep.
It's
It's
too
such
easy.
an easy
You have
thing
you
to
you
do.
have an easy platform. It's like it's in your lap, and you guys are shitting this opportunity away.
God, that's incredible. That is incredible.
You have to spend more time on it, man. If I'm Dana White, I'm going berserk right
I
now.
would go berserk if I was Dana. I would go berserk.
I'd make sure whoever designed that bullshit American shoe for Chris Weidman and obviously the Irish shirt are both gone.
Yeah, I mean,
There has to be better.
again, Dana probably can't do that. He's probably got to. You know, if I were Dana, I'd be like, "We're taking over." That's exactly what I'd do.
I would say, all right,
Yeah.
the top 10.
Or at least let us okay what you guys are creating in connection to our brand.
Yeah.
But Dana didn't know. I'm sure Dana's not up on Irish history.
he shouldn't have to. Though.
Right, exactly.
If you sign a major league contract with Reebok, I would assume if we come out with an Ireland shirt,
I think Dana's Irish
before the
actually, and he's
Ireland
certainly
card,
from Boston. So that's a contentious thing, man. If you wore that shirt in Boston, you'd get beat up.
Conor McGregor's coach had to be like, yo, listen, man, I have nothing to do with this. And he goes, if you don't take it down right now, our relationship's over because they sponsor his gym.
Shit.
That's a big deal.
Oh my
They have to
God!
release a statement.
Of course they did. It's dangerous.
How many fuck ups do you get? How many do you get?
Yeah, how many chances, right?
Let's move on. I'm so sick of talking about Reebok. What else you got, Ev?
All right, let's talk natural disasters. NASA scientists are saying that there's a 99.9% chance that a 5.0 earthquake or larger will strike LA in the next 2.5 years.
2.5?
And a 35% chance that it's 6.0 or higher.
Whoa!
San Gabriel Valley. We fucked. Big one's coming.
Hold on.
How
I
long
didn't
have they
know
been saying this though? They've been saying this since I was a kid. That
Bro,
the
but
big one's coming.
99% though?
And what was it? A 5 point?
99.9% chance that in the next 2.5 years, a 5.0 or larger will
How big's
occur.
5.0? How big are we talking? We're talking San Andreas, The Rock needs to fly in? What are we talking about?
Nah, not that bad. You start getting like horrible,
was that big
catastrophic like deaths and buildings falling out of the fucking sky at like what, six
What
and a half?
What magnitude
So
was the Northridge?
it's-
Do you remember what Northridge was? What's the magnitude of Northridge? Because
Northridge
that one was a
Northridge was like a 7, wasn't it?
yeah. See, 5-0. Northridge was a 7-0, and it was buildings falling on top of people and shit like that. Yeah.
So
Crazy.
5's a big deal.
5's big.
Wait, how's it gonna affect like which part of LA? Because you know it's
older
under
part.
Beverly Hills. The
San Andreas
plates
fault.
are under Beverly Hills. Whenever they don't want to put a bad name on Beverly Hills, so they say Los Angeles, but it's technically under Beverly Hills. You know that?
Northridge was 6.7 and did about $30 billion in damage.
When was that?
That was in 94.
94.
I remember
Fuck,
that.
bro. And this one's supposed to be in the next 2 years, and it's
Next
a
2.5
5.
years.
It's supposed to be a what? A 5.0?
Next 2.5 years, a 5.0. Guaranteed, basically.
Yeah.
What do you do with that? Like
You got to have an earthquake kit, and I would store water and have your guns ready. in
an
case all
earthquake
anything.
kit.
That does nothing. I love
What
when
is it?
people say
What do you?
that.
What's in an earthquake kit?
I don't know,
Water,
like things
food.
that disinfect water and flares and I don't know.
Yeah, shoot a flare.
Food. Shoot a flare.
Ah!
I think I'm I think you should stay out of the big buildings. That's all. It's the only thing I can think of.
No, the big buildings are safer.
The newer big buildings. Those old buildings in
Yeah.
downtown LA.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of old buildings in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
God damn it, Evan. That's scary as shit.
Yeah.
But the earthquake codes are very strictly enforced. And a lot of houses are on rollers so that the
When I
house
bought
will
my
move.
place, my condo, I go, dude, what about an earthquake? He goes, they roll with it, man.
Yeah.
Isn't it
What?
amazing?
They
Yeah.
roll with it.
Yeah. They're on rollers or something. It's crazy.
There's some buildings when you're in them, you could feel when you're standing, like it feels like you're fucking moving back and forth, and it's
Weird,
just
man.
the building on rollers.
Technology's crazy.
Yeah, man. I want
Well-
to be in the middle of the street.
We have 2 years left.
How about in India when they predicted a crazy earthquake because all the snakes came out of their holes and there were just snakes on the street
cobras
and
in
everywhere.
And they said,
oh yeah,
they said they're out
a
here because
ton of
there's an earthquake.
cobras because they were feeling the tremors under the ground and they were coming out.
Were they correct?
I was
And,
gonna say,
and
were
a
they right?
scientist said there's an earthquake coming. Get on the street. Get out of your houses. And
But
people
there's snakes
slept
on the street.
yeah, but people slept on the street, and a lot of people's lives were saved thanks to the snakes.
Oh, so it did happen.
Yeah. In the tsunami, there's a story about, I can't remember, I think it was in Indonesia,
Dogs?
where, well, the people who were fishermen had myths, but they were grounded in reality about what to look for in case a giant tsunami came. And they were finding out that a lot of animals were running, I guess, away from the beach. They were like a lot of the animals for no reason were kind of going inland. And they, as a result, went way out to sea and waited it out way out to sea because that's what you're supposed to do. And they avoided a lot of those fishermen avoided the catastrophe. So you never know, man. Watching your animals, your dog, apparently dogs will start acting weird around earthquakes. They sense things before human beings do.
That's tough. I have a weird dog anyways. He just acts weird.
What kind of dog
Starts
is it?
howling.
Cockapoo. Man's dog.
Cockapoo.
So we got about 2 years.
I'm a little obsessed with German Shepherds, and I think I want a working class German Shepherd.
The thing is,
Real
they
quick,
they
two
shed.
things about Bryan Callen. He's been talking about getting a German Shepherd for 4 years now, and a Tesla.
Yeah, got to
You know,
do that.
the
both.
Tesla's nice.
Yeah,
Joe Coy got one.
did he?
Yeah.
Might have to get one.
German Shepherds shed.
Come on,
though.
bro. I got another year on my lease.
What are you leasing?
You can get out of it though, because it's
A
diesel.
what, man?
It's the one
Passat.
creating all the
You
emissions.
can't really get out of it because the dealer doesn't have much to do with it, but I could make a stink. I just think it's funny that I was in San Jose and the guy's like, "You drive this?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You drive a Passat. Why don't you drive something that you owe it to us to drive a nicer car?"
You owe it to us. What else you got, Ev?
That's it.
Any
That's a
other
wrap.
bummer ones? God dang.
I got one more in the bank if we want to do another
What
one.
do you got?
It should bring up your spirits a little bit.
Yeah, for sure, bring it. Because that Reebok thing might be worse than the earthquake.
Well, I'm just gonna show you a picture and just give me a yes or no on if you find this girl physically attractive. We'll start with something simple.
I'm gonna slap you if it's a picture of Ronda Rousey.
You find this girl
I find her attractive.
Is that a
Oh,
lady boy?
boy. I'm nervous.
I think she's cute.
Okay, I find that person attractive. Yes.
This is another Marine.
Come on.
Hold on.
Who's the guy in the beard? That's not the same
That's
person.
him.
No. Hold on. Former transgender U.S. Marine is now a pretty goddamn sexy chick. That was
He
what.
looks like Travis Brown, Johnny Hendricks
Hold on.
before, and then scroll down.
Let me see it.
But that's. So that was what he looked like. Is that Private Manning or no?
What?
Go. And that's that
Come
same
on.
person with the beard and the.
We're not even further.
Oh, stop it.
What?
Adorable.
You know what?
Nailed it.
Amazing
Wait a minute,
job.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
That-
There's- I don't believe it.
Come on.
Same cheekbones.
Look, wait. Look at the little
Hold.
lines under the eyes. Oh, you want you to scroll down more?
Dude, what's going on in the world?
Scroll down more, Brian.
That dude.
Maybe I just have an eye for it, but I knew it, man. I mean, I didn't think it looked like that, but I
Well,
didn't think
we were kind of set
she
up.
or he looked like that before.
We were a little set up on the
You guys
question.
were set up. Older. I was like, oh, it's a dude.
I was like, wait a minute. I didn't. I said I found.
that-
Ryan said, I'm a look and I'm a like. And
and
you
there's
got a
nothing
number?
wrong.
That guy's
that's
got
an
a
attractive
crazy
person now.
beard and a
It
hairy
is.
chest.
I
and
thought he was a good looking dude.
Let me see it.
That's what you want your Marine 2 look like.
Yeah, I just don't believe it's the same guy.
Scroll down. You don't think that's the same?
So you think they're lying?
I don't know, man. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. That guy looks like my dad. It's just one big ball of hair.
Okay, look at the light.
I wish your dad looked. That guy looks gnarly as fuck.
Yeah.
That guy looks like he's in a mess.
I don't
of
know,
shit.
man.
He
That's
does.
that's a different nose. That's a different eye shape. Come on.
I don't know. It depends on the.
And those are amazing tits.
Hey, bro,
Please
come
help
on,
me
take it
here.
easy. Why is your hand on your
I
pants?
believe it.
Jason.
I
Oh,
believe
those
it. People are good at
titties.
it.
Ah, tits.
I believe
Tits
it.
are so good.
Personal Facebook page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Legit.
congratulations, Mr. Marine, Mrs.
Man.
Marine, whatever.
Good
That
for
is a
them.
good-looking dude.
No, that's only 3 years too. Been 3 years since
Hormones.
since she changed.
Isn't it crazy how people can just basically now decide what they want to
I
be?
don't think any amount of surgery or hormones would make you a hot chick. You're just too big.
Bro, that guy, if that guy can do it,
Yeah.
I sure as fuck can do
Did
it.
6 tours in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Did you see him before?
Yeah,
Oh my lord.
that's crazy. You're
He looks like he belongs on fucking that weird boat in Pirates of the Caribbean.
your
Doesn't he go
neck.
under the
Your
water?
neck is too thick. You're
This
just-
guy's bigger than me.
No, buddy. No.
His neck's bigger.
Oh,
That
no,
guy's thick.
No, you're a giant. Sorry, pal.
No, I'm a giant to you because
You're six.
you're
You're
malnourished.
6'4", 255. What are you talking about?
That's not a giant.
You're a 1%er.
I'm not a giant though.
You're a pituitary case. I want you to go to the doctor.
No, not at all.
1%er, yeah, you think?
No.
Well, what the population of the United States? I think
Average
only
size
4%.
5'10"?
Only 4% of the people of the United States, I believe, are 6'4". Reach 6'4". It's a very rare height to actually.
You're what,
reach.
5'4"? 5'5"?
Bro, I'm
6'2".
5'11" and a half. Maybe
And a
even
half?
6 feet with my
No.
shoes on.
You're not 6 feet.
With my shoes on. Don't say no. I
Well,
am.
when your hair's spiked, maybe.
My height's in my neck and my torso.
You got a set of hair on you. You're not losing it.
This shit is just fucking flowing out of my head.
Okay,
Well,
well,
not
don't show off.
It's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Uh,
You don't have Calvin Klein's on.
I have MeUndies. And
I
let
have
me,
MeUndies
and
on.
let me
There's
just.
one reason we wear these, Calvin.
We don't have to read any copy on this. If you like, I'll tell you what I love. You know what I'm obsessed with? Not just my MeUndies. I'm going to show you my bag.
Sweats.
I'm going to Calgary. I'm going to Canada. What am I bringing? My MeUndies sweats.
Got that?
My pajamas. My pajama bottoms. They sent me pajama bottoms.
What is that accent?
Oh, sorry, I speak Spanish.
Pajamas?
Here's a question. As we're talking about MeUndies,
Uh-huh.
pajamas. What
Oh, yeah.
language?
Pajamas?
What language does it come from?
Pajamas?
Pajamas.
Pajama.
Portuguese?
Pajama.
Nope. Pajama.
Spanish?
Nope.
Mandarin.
Nope. Not bad. Good guess.
Give us a region.
Asia. Pajama. And it's the
Thai.
same. It's the same language as veranda. Veranda, pajama.
In Asia. In Indian? Farsi?
Indian. Hindi.
Hindi.
But MeUndies are great. No,
MeUndies are made, they're twice as soft as cotton. And I don't know if this is true, but I'm telling you, they've got to be the most durable fabric. It's made of modal, which is from like Austrian birch trees.
or heaven. It's so soft.
It's made
This
from
underwear that you
heaven.
guys are wearing right
Heaven,
now.
yeah, and it
Dude.
wicks away the moisture. They're the best.
Where can I get some?
You and your girl can get matching ones. MeUndies.com/fighter. You get 20% off and free shipping, my man.
Dude, I wore my pajama/sweats that they sent me to work out, and I just love them. They look good on me. They hug.
I don't work out.
They
of mine.
hug my rump. They hug my rump, dude. They're so soft when I get
They
it
got
on
their
them.
new Terry sweats on there too.
Yeah. If you own them, the woman in your household is going to try to steal them from you.
Agree.
You know how girls are like, that's so soft, I want to wear that.
The sweats or the
Anything,
the sweats.
any MeUndies stuff.
MeUndie.
Yeah.
MeUndies.com/fighter, 20% off, free shipping.
They're the best underwear you can find, and you can get them online. It's a fact. They'll last forever.
Takes out the middleman, cheaper than all the stores. Nothing better.
It's just a fact.
You and your girl can get matching ones. I don't recommend that, but you can.
yeah.
And they have different style of the month. You name it.
Yeah.
And their Instagram is
MeUndies.
dope. MeUndies, Instagram @MeUndies. Very attractive women underwear in those.
I'm going to go to that.
And guys. Depends what you like.
Ooh.
Booyah. Let's go to fan questions. Fan questions. Thanks, man.
Let's hear you sing. Fan questions,
Fan questions.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah, baby.
That's not bad.
That's
buddy.
not bad.
Man, I got
You get some
honey
soul,
in my
you get
voice.
some soul to you.
Oh yeah.
Well, don't get carried away.
No, I do. I'm like,
You doing, B?
Not really.
Very
I'm
soulful.
looking at MeUndies right now.
He's looking up the MeUndies Instagram page. We can look at the girls in their undress.
What do you got, Ev?
Let's just go ahead. As a female listener, would you consider having more female guests on the show? And also, if you could pick any female to be a guest, dead or alive, who would it be?
We've had our share of female guests, but again, it's not for us. It's not a gender thing. It's just whoever's available are our buddies. But we've had Whitney Cummings on.
We asked Whitney.
We've had Ronda.
the
We've
other
had
day.
Eliza. We've
Yep.
had
Asa?
Asa
Akira.
Akira.
Sarah
We
Tiana?
could use more women though. I'll admit. You know. I mean,
I no, I'm not compromising here. No, it just there is no. If they can fit the schedule, that's great. But we're not going out of our way to book women or men. It's whoever we want.
we're
on our-
gender neutral here.
It's our show, so
Well.
if women can come on, and if they can hang, they're on the show.
Yeah.
If not, it's gonna be more guys.
100%.
It doesn't matter.
And
Who-
who's the guest? Who's the female guest, dead or alive, that you'd want on the show?
It's a good question.
Who-
That's a really good question. I mean, I know who I'd have. It'd be Margaret Thatcher. But
I'm going off entertainment purposes. I would have someone who's current right now and move the needle. I'd probably have Amy Schumer and ask her about the whole things how she's stealing jokes.
How about
she's
Madonna?
not stealing jokes.
no, she's not.
That's a stock fucking street joke that has been
I
told
agree.
over and over again. The only thing I disagree with is why were they both saying it on their taped special, but
Yeah,
you know.
I don't
Yeah.
think Schumer steals.
You've heard that bit. I mean,
Yeah, oh yeah.
you know, yeah.
I don't think she
I think
steals.
she tells it a different way. Yeah.
What is how about Madonna?
I mean, if we go back to 1994,
No,
for sure.
That'd be awesome now.
Yeah, she kind of laid
Oh,
the
she has a lot to
groundwork for
say.
this new. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind Nicki Minaj. She'd be
Her
fun.
her
Or
video
Kim
her
Kardashian.
video where
Talking about
she's
needle movers.
Yeah,
What?
but I mean, but you'd want somebody who's interesting too, right?
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
could ask
yeah.
questions and learn something
Yeah.
from. I'm not forget taking out the needle mover thing.
I think
right?
Madonna would be amazing actually.
Maybe.
I think she would. I think she's got a
Depends.
lot to talk about. Her
I mean, there are a lot of women that
I
you
wonder
know,
how embarrassed her kids are by her with like how because her last video was she's like running
Showing her
around
midriff
like
and all that.
I'm
She did
20
fall off
still
stage.
and she's kissing. Oh, did you see that? Fucking
Yeah.
Well, she
hilarious.
just needs attention so badly that she'll
I'll give
do
it to her.
anything.
I will
for it.
give her all the attention.
I would. She was for a while when she up into her late 40s. She was my top
Number
3
one?
girls I'd like to.
Did
have
you
sex
see her
with.
do stand up on Fallon?
No.
Yeah. She talked about it. She was a guest. She was on panel, and she started talking about stand-up comedy. She's like, I think it's something I'd like to try, and it's one of those things where I was told that if you talk about yourself and it works, and Jimmy goes, you want to do it? She goes, yeah. So they put her out there on the mic,
go?
and I mean, she's Madonna, so everybody was like,
That's
and she
gutsy.
talked about real shit. She didn't tell a joke. She talked about
Told a story.
she talked about her being attractive like to one of her kids, like friend or something like that. She told a true story, and it was. I mean, it was. You could see that she's got stage confidence, but
Yeah.
know.
Oh, obviously.
She's been. Yeah.
But she did stand up, man.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's tough.
John Mayer does some stand up.
Yeah.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He shows up at the Comedy Store every once in a while and works on a little set.
Yep.
For sure, jump up with the guitar. What else you got, Evan?
Next one. This one's for Bryan. Being the well-traveled gent that you are, what are the top 3 countries you'd recommend for a guy in his 20s looking to expand his horizons?
Italy.
Number
My
one?
my own personality. Yes, Italy. Go to the south and go to the north. You got to see Rome. You got to see Paris. You just have to see France.
So Italy number 1, Paris number 2.
Yes, yeah. I would go to Paris. I go to Rome, and then probably the third
Give us a
country.
curveball for a third one. Those other 2 are.
I mean,
Anyone would say
I
that, I
mean, the
feel like.
curveball is Lebanon. The curveball is Beirut. It's just an incredible place. I haven't been there in so long, but God, is that an amazing
I heard
country.
Croatia's amazing.
I was
for
going to say
beaches.
Croatia, but I've never been there, so I can't
haven't-
say it.
Yeah, I haven't. I heard Croatia's
Yeah,
amazing.
the Balkans are.
Have you
amazing.
traveled a lot?
Not a lot at all. I've done a lot of traveling because of stand-up now, but
Yeah,
because I
in the
ran my own
States.
small business
Yeah,
for
you couldn't
20.
leave.
I'm married to it. Can't
Makes
go anywhere.
sense.
Yeah.
What else you got? Ev?
South America, Argentina, not been.
Mm.
Never been.
You ever been in Brazil or anything?
I have not been to South America. I've been all over the world.
I want to go. My wife travels every year with her group of friends, and they go to some Latin country, and their last trip was Brazil.
Your wife is Mexican?
Native American, Indian, and Mexican. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
She speaks fluent Spanish?
not anymore. When we were younger, yeah, and our kids a little bit, but not when you don't have to speak it, you just don't.
Your kids are good looking.
Thanks.
Your
man.
boys are
Take
good-looking
after
boys.
them. They're
I
fine.
want you to see a picture of them after this.
All right.
What else you got, F?
You guys have a live show in Arizona, aka the middle of nowhere. When the fuck are you coming to the East Coast, Maryland, or DC specifically?
First of all, Tempe is not in the middle of nowhere. Tempe's a huge Phoenix, Tempe. That area is
a big college town.
huge.
Yeah.
And yes, and
As far as East Coast goes, right now all we have mapped out is the West Coast tour, and we'll be announcing that soon. That starts in January. We'll be hitting up all the West Coast, and then we'll make our way over for a nationwide tour.
Yeah.
Stay posted.
yep.
We got things in the work. Don't worry, we'll get over there. So
Yep.
you guys complain that we're not releasing the live shows. We're not going to release them, but we are going to make a huge nationwide tour.
Yeah.
Cool. Next one. Big Brown, now that you're becoming a father, what do you think will be your biggest fear or challenge raising your kid?
Probably something I deal with every day still. I'm just too hard. I'll probably be too hard on them, Be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tempering your expectations, learning how to soften your approach.
Yeah, probably
hard for a
patience.
man. Because I'll tell you right now, my son, he doesn't get the same leeway my daughter does. My son gets put in his place. I'm like, hey, listen, look, I'm not your mother. Look at me. You just.
Oh yeah.
A man does that naturally.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake people make is trying to be friends with their kids.
Yeah. No.
Don't be his buddy. I mean, there's a fine line and there's a way to figure it
Yeah.
out.
There has to be a respect or
Yeah.
like,
Boundaries,
I always feared
guidance.
my dad.
There's gotta
You
be
gotta
a little.
have that
There's
little bit of
gotta be a
fear.
little bit of element of
that
fear
respect.
There's nothing wrong with a little
there.
fear.
There's
Nothing wrong with
there's
taking a warm hand to
There's
his
something
face.
said with, if I fuck up, I'm terrified to go
For
home
sure.
because my dad's gonna
Yeah.
kill me. There's something there.
Dude,
That's
I was
important.
physically. My father didn't beat me, but I was physically afraid because I knew
I was terrified.
Oh,
of
for
that.
sure.
that
Terrifying.
that my mother was never going to be able to do anything because after a while my mother was too small.
Lectures.
My father was the guy who would send me through a fucking wall, and I needed that fear, and he kept me in fucking line.
Yo, lectures. There were times when my dad would lecture me, and I'd want to just say, "Dad, can you just hit me?"
Yeah, he'd mind.
Because I
fuck- you caught
cannot
mind
take
fucking.
this anymore.
I
You know?
agree.
Yeah.
Make you feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
What else you got, Ev?
All right, next one. I've recently started a longboard business, and I wanted to see if Brendan Schaub had any marketing advice for me.
Yeah, see what Reebok's doing? Do the opposite. No, listen, man, I'll take the Steve Jobs approach here. So I'm sure there's a ton of longboard companies out there. And so it's hard not to follow in those footsteps. Obviously you're competing with them, but try and do something different to make you stick out. I think that's a reason why we do better than other shows as far as merchandise or branding goes, is we take a little bit of a different approach. So you're going to fall obviously in the same line as far as obviously you make boards, you own a shop, stuff like that. Try and find something that makes you a tad different. And then as far as marketing goes, dude, that's priceless because you might have the same board as the other guy, but you're doing something that makes your board cooler marketing-wise. You're going to sell more boards. Marketing's key, man.
And
It's key.
surfers are usually young kids who are into cool. I mean,
Yeah. Is this longboard surfboards or longboard?
This would be
skateboards?
longboard skateboards, I'm pretty sure.
Specifically for surfboards, I mean, I'm just going to jump in here for just a second. The surf culture has really gotten away from like the art form of it, especially like how it's physically represented in boards. Boards are boring as fuck looking now.
Yeah,
There's
man.
no like you could get
It's about who's
tattoo
riding
artists
them.
designing your boards. You could get all sorts of shit, but boards look visually boring as fuck now.
Yeah, cross
So-
mediums.
It's-
take artists or
Well,
something.
you could get a really good tattoo artist. Like we have
that's a good
I reached
idea.
out to this artist who he did a bunch of Mark Maron's posters, and he's doing the Fire and the Kid West Coast tour poster. This dude is amazing. He's dope. I'll announce all his name and he's gonna be doing it live on Twitch. He's gonna whatever the Twitch website or whatever, so you can follow him drawing the West Coast tour poster. This guy's amazing. I reached out to him because it's a collaboration. You know what I'm saying? It's all about marketing, man. You have a legit poster, West Coast poster. It looks good. You put on a good show. That all counts, man.
Brandon Shaw, by the way.
You can't
Thank
just
God.
fly by the seat of your pants.
But it's also about who's writing your board. It's a boring looking thing, but if you can get the big time, the guy that's the surfer of the time, if you can get photographs of him on your shit, there's the marketing
That's
right
true.
there.
Yeah, make it cool.
Product placement too.
Good luck.
I'll
Good
write
luck,
it for
my
you.
man.
I'll write it for you.
All right,
We'll have Callan model it for you.
Hey, Bryan Callen.
With little
The
shorts
kid
on.
only uses one board.
Watch me fall off it all the time. He can't even get up on the board, everybody. Even Bryan can get up on my longboard.
All right, we'll do 2 more. Bryan, how do you deal with homesickness when you're on the road if you still get it?
Oof,
Dead
I
behind
don't
the
do
eyes, and I don't get
Doesn't
homesickness.
get homesick.
Never have, even as a kid. And remember something, everybody.
Yep.
I was bouncing around constantly as a kid, and even as a little kid when I would sleep over at other people's houses and the kids would cry because they want to miss their mommy. Never did it once. Never did
You
it
were
once.
born for the road. Who's
Born for
bad on the road,
fucking
Bryan?
Bad. Whoa. Brandon Shaw, you better pay him a
What?
bundle of money.
You can't get me out of
He
LA
hates
for-
leaving
I have
What?
I have a
Marina
minimum
del Rey.
price.
You get homesick or you just get
He
irritated?
just
I hate
doesn't.
leaving.
He's very
Yeah, I hate
happy in
leaving.
Venice.
Love Venice. Never want to leave. To get me to go somewhere,
great area.
it takes a lot of. It takes some.
I'll be in
He
Venice tonight.
Does
Really?
not like
Townhouse, Comedy Underground.
Oh, nice, man.
Ooh.
Mm,
Go see,
We'll
go
be able
see
to plug all
Jason.
that. This comes out tomorrow.
I know.
Are you there tomorrow?
Go to the townhouse anyway.
Tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Comedy
Dude, that's a
Magic in
great
Los
room,
Angeles.
townhouse. It's a great room.
Love it.
I don't know. On the road, I hate being out of my routine. I hate not having sleep in my own bed.
Planes must be a nightmare
That's,
for
no,
you.
no.
You're so
I
big.
like being at the places. I hate getting there. Traveling.
Me too.
I hate it. I hate the other people.
Me too.
The guys on the. Who's the guy on the airplane that waits till he gets on the damn thing to start coughing all his diseases all over
right.
everyone?
It is tough.
I want to hit that guy so hard. I was sitting next to him in the terminal, not a fucking peep. In the plane, all of a sudden,
It's on.
I'm like, get back in the terminal and die
He's
over there.
tubercular. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't stand
And then
What
the
else you
guy
got,
who's really anxious about the snack cart, like he can't wait till that thing. I never eat tiny little pretzels, but for some reason I need a tiny pretzel today.
I'm that
What?
guy. Hey, you got any more of those sandwiches? They're like,
And
we'll
and-
get to you in a second. Diet Coke, right here. No, we got you. We deal.
You're ordering on a plane like you're in a bar.
Hey,
Over
more
here.
sandwiches.
Go north.
I get more sandwiches.
Oh, it's the. Oh, I hate when they run out. Oh, do you guys have the tapas plate? We just ran.
They always run out.
All we have.
They
left.
have one.
Then,
What?
well,
you,
no,
you have a certain amount of fucking seats on a plane.
I agree.
Have enough.
I agree. For sure, make more. What if all of us want one?
Yeah.
Only the top 10 get them. You fucks.
Yep.
Oh, listen, we're all the tapas, but we do have a giant bag of raisins for $7.95.
I was with
No,
my,
I don't want the raisins.
We got the fruit and cheese plate.
I'm with my mother on a plane. We're sitting in coach, and all of a sudden, from first class, I'm not exaggerating, you smell fresh baked chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, man.
And my
Delta?
mother, I don't remember. My mother calls over the lady and she goes, "Excuse me, are they baking cookies in the front there?" And I go, and I'm looking at my mother. I go, "Please don't make a scene." And they go, "Yes, they are." She goes, "It's rude. That's rude that we don't get any and they get fresh baked cookies and we can smell them. I think it's very rude, and I'm going to write a letter."
Write your letter, bitch.
The
Go
lady was like,
first class.
"Hey, you want to pay the money. Pay the extra $3,000. You get fresh baked cookies, okay?" For me, I'm like, fuck you. Fuck your cookies and your extra leg room. I'll sit and coach and save my money.
When people say that first class, food in first class is free, it is absolutely not free.
No, you paid for that.
You
nothing's
paid
free.
for that shit.
And you paid a couple
Yeah.
$100.
It's
for it.
so expensive first class. I don't fly first class.
All right, we got one more. Brennan, love how humble you are when speaking to / about military personnel. But do you have any regrets about not spending any time doing it yourself?
Being in the military, I mean, I wish I was. I just had my career took me down a different path. But my dad was in the military. My grandpa's in the military. My uncles are in the military.
That's amazing. So you shouldn't have any regrets at all.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be dope to be like a Navy SEAL or something, or one of those special.
All of a
forces
sudden, you're
guys.
8 years old. You would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be dope. No,
Yeah.
it's not for me. But yeah, crazy respect to those guys.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I
What I say the other day when we were in Whole Foods, that Marine was bending down, getting supplements.
Nice.
What I
ass.
say to you, I
said
said,
he should get everything free.
that
all
guy
the time.
any supplement he wants should be free. He should not have to pay for supplements. He's like looking at the prices. I wanted to buy him his tub of protein.
Yeah. I never had any interest in joining the military.
I did.
I could have guessed that.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I actually.
I was
You don't
always,
seem like the type that would do it.
I tell you why. No girls. It was just too many
Yeah.
guys. I remember being a young guy. I was like, boy, the Marines. I was like, I don't know, because my dad was a Marine. I was maybe I'll try. I was like, damn, it's just a lot of dudes for a long time. Fuck
Dude,
it.
I know some girls who were Marines.
Oh yeah. I had a Marine recruiter come to the house, and I was into it. I was 19 or something.
Yeah.
Comes to the house. I had a couple of buddies with me at the house.
Did you invite him to the crib?
Yeah, I was very interested, and he came there and he started in with the questions, and he said, "Okay, first thing, physical. Do you have all your fingers and toes?" I go, "Yes." He was, "Any surgeries?" I go, "Yeah, I just last year had a hernia operation." He goes, "All right, thank you for your time," and that was it.
No way.
And
Because of
started
hernia?
yeah, started talking to my buddies. It literally was not interested.
Not this day and age.
Not this day and age.
I don't think it's that strict.
I
anymore,
don't
is
know.
it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they
don't know
wanted-
enough about it.
They wanted nothing to do with it.
Your eyes can play a factor.
Yeah,
You're not going to be a
'Cause I'm
sniper. I'm not going to lie to you. You're probably not going to be a sniper.
No, I'm gonna be a sniper, and also colorblind. They have a big
Yeah.
issue with the
Yeah,
colorblind. thing,
colorblind is a problem.
Huge issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Flat feet, colorblind.
No, I have
different
good
things.
arches. I have very good arches.
Yeah,
I'm a
flat-footed
fast. I'm a
fuck.
very fast runner.
Nah, you're flat
I'm
footed.
fast as shit. dude.
Come on, man.
I
don't
used to
lie.
high jump 6 feet in the sixth grade.
That's kind of a lie, though. You're lying to
No,
us on the podcast.
fourth grade. I was in the
Well,
fourth
see,
grade.
now you're fourth grade. You're
and I was
going-
jumping 7.2.
That-
dude.
see, now
It
you're
was
really
Fallsbury
lying 'cause that's a
flopping.
world record.
Fallsbury flop. Right.
Those
I-
eyes are going to keep you out of the
Fosbury
military.
flop.
yeah, man. That's what it was, man.
The Fosbury flop.
Appreciate you coming on, man. So where can people find you?
You can find me on the internet, on the interweb at jasoncollings.com, and of course
COLLINGS.
JASONCOLLINGS.
What about Twitter, Instagram?
At Jason Collings on all that stuff.
Hey, man, you were not good on this podcast, dude.
Thanks,
and,
man. I
You
appreciate
ruined
it.
everything.
Oh man,
Ruined it.
Give me a second chance. I'll be better.
All right.
Deal. You want
And
to just
then-
restart?
Yeah, we should do
Another
it. again.
2
Go see
hours?
Jason Collings. He'll make you laugh.
Callan, where you
hard.
at this weekend? Tell them, and for sure
Calgary.
post it more.
I'm in Calgary, and I got to start tweeting more. I'm in Calgary.
I wanna see
Yuck
where I'm
Yucks. I'm excited.
Do it, buddy. You're at Yuck Yucks when? Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, I'm a little lazy about posting because I sell so well there, but I should post.
Are you
and,
sold out?
I think
All shows?
I've always sold out there, so
So it's sold out already, though.
I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers, but I'm doing well.
That's
You should
awesome.
probably post it, though.
I'm going to post.
It's also good.
I did
marketing.
post on Instagram and Twitter, but I'm going to post again. By the way, Tempe, we got Tempe. I'll be in Tempe after that, November 13th,
out.
14th, 15th. And in fact, people keep asking me about Salt Lake City. I'll be there the 2 days after Thanksgiving, the Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. I will be at Wise Guys in Salt Lake City. Get your tickets. This just out. This just in and out. Okay.
Boom. What else? You got any other
Good
dates to
face.
push?
Thursday night, tomorrow night, I'll be at the Comedy at Magic Club. This weekend, I'll be at the Comedy Store and the Ice House in Pasadena.
Boom. You guys know the deal. TFATK.com. That's TFATK.com for everything Fire and the Kid related. Jason, appreciate you coming on,
Thanks
my
for having
man.
me.
This is the Fire and the Kid. We're out.